All right. Let's get this off. Let's get a little more light on me. So I made my wife her dinner. And now I'm going to get up Tommy. So I had a great day streaming today. Really great day. Make sure my things are up. So today we reached our 500 subs. So that was really cool. 15,000 viewers, 15,000 people stopped by to watch. And had a good time ranting. I was ranting at the maggots. Since, I just said, you know what? If you can't beat them, you got to join them. If they're going to call us, right, the enemy within, if they're going to call, refer to the, the great people of Puerto Rico, right? The amazing people of Puerto Rico. Their country as a swirling mass of garbage in the island of Puerto Rico, which I visited, by the way. I visited twice. I love Puerto Rico. I love that country. That country is an amazing country, Puerto Rico. And if you're going to refer to Puerto Rico, but you know what? I should do my VPN to Puerto Rico. Let's do my VPN to Puerto Rico. I am broadcasting live. from Puerto Rico, mi amor. If Trump can call you, your country, a swirling garbage patch in the sea, Puerto Rico, how retarded that is. I love Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. Go Puerto Rico. I'm broadcasting today from Puerto Rico. This show, I just want to shout out to everyone who subscribed to the channel. Thank you. We had a great stream today. We went on it. Hey, what's up, Guru? Guru, hey, how you doing? Where are you located? Put your flag down. I'm driving, so I can read a flag better than I can read what you're writing. I'm driving right now, looking at you. Really, I'm looking in front of me, but it looks like I'm looking at you, right? So, hope you're doing well. Hello, hola, ¿cómo estás, Puerto Rico? I got my VPN on for Puerto Rico. I'm trying to get some Puerto Ricans on here today. Puerto Ricano. ¿Dónde eres? Puerto Rico, ¿dónde eres? Where are you? So today I went around with my, I'm in Japan. I'm actually in Japan, but I have my VPN on right now, saying that we're in Puerto Rico. So where are you? Where are you located? Put your flag. ¿Dónde eres? Yo soy Japón. I'm in Japan. So we're talking about the fucking election, all right? I'm as liberal as it gets. So, all you MAGA, which I like to call you maggots, all you maggots, right? If you're a maggot supporter, congratulations. You can yell at me because I'm a bleeding liberal. I'm one of those what you would consider, I'm a Marxist. I'm a Marxist, enemy within, vermin. That's who I am. Marxist, enemy within, vermin. I'm an expat American who left America 20 years ago. I vote in our elections, right? I vote for Florida, even though I don't have a house in Florida anymore. Even I don't live in Florida anymore. I sold my house, I put it into Bitcoin, and back in 2019, and I live here. has a garbage disposal problem. I've been to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico doesn't have a garbage disposal. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island, and they were decimated by Maria. And Trump made total fun of Puerto Rico. And then in his latest post, Konbanwa, hajimashite, dozo yoroshiku. Genki, ima musume gaku ikimasu. I'm going to my son's school. I'm headed to pick up Tommy, my 17-year-old. So I figure I would go live. When I go live, when I get in the car, I like to drive. So today we went to see Akia along Echizen coast. So where in Japan? I know you put the flag. You should put the Japanese. Desu ne. Boku wa Fukuike. Echizen coast there. What's that? Is that Uto? Namae wa? Romanji namae kaite. So, on it. It's Abe. Ima wa Fukui wa ame dame ne. Kyou wa kirei. Today was a beautiful day. We had a beautiful day today. A little overcast, a little cloudy. It's really nice. We went to, we visited a whole bunch of IKEA houses all along. You know, showed a bunch of houses. And and then I went for ramen. And Soto-kun, 何してるの？引きこもりくんですか？引きこもりくん？何してるの？引きこもりくんじゃない？あれ？どっち？ I said, are you a guy that stays at home? Video game, ne? Soto, video game. Nani game? What games do you play? What game? What games do you play? What games? I play, eigo no benkyou ne. I play Fortnite. I play Minecraft. I play, eigo de kaite. Today we're doing a little English class for Soto, my Japanese friend. Eigo no benkyou onegai shimasu. Kurikaishite, repeat after me. I play nani? Why is it restricted? Nande? Nande restricted. Cancel. Why is it restricted? Add as moderator. I don't know why. I don't know why it was restricted. Nande. Restricted. Here, I'll make you moderate. I'm gonna make you a moderator, so you can put, all right, add moderator, standard moderator. There you go. I don't know why restricted. I'm a traitor. Oh, we got a maggot in the house. Lino, where are you at, maggot? Where are you at, maggot? Where's this maggot from? You love to consume red meat. You believe everything your little, your little coward dictator with his small little penis has to say. Small penis dictator. Everything your small penis dictator has to say, right? I'm a traitor. Why am I a traitor? Why am I a traitor? Because I left America? How am I a traitor? All right, let's hear this. All right, tell me. Here's your chance. I'm one of those bleeding liberals, right? Who thinks my last stream, all right? Because I left America, I'm a traitor, right? Because I chose to leave America for a better place, a place where, all right, so I have kids. I never had to worry, not one day, whether my kids were going to get shot up by AR, right? I never had to worry about some kid coming to school and fucking shooting. You know, my kids grew up without gun drills, without any of that nonsense, right? That's peace of mind, right? I grew up in a country where my kids, at elementary school age, could walk to school without any parents. Could just walk to school, right? Walk to school and home without worry about anything happening to them. Peace of mind, right? I married a wife who didn't get obese. I got obese, but my wife is still as petite as she was when she had her first child, or Tommy, who I'm picking up now. So, didn't have to worry about, her divorcing me, because 80% of Americans get divorced. 80%. Why even get married, right? Whoa! What happened? My phone fell out of the holder. So, what's up, Ryan? This is the perfect example of someone with a sincere case of cognitive dissonance. Also, I have cognitive dissonance. Nice. Also class. This is an example of how people with low IQ tend to overestimate their intelligence. All right, Ryan. So, okay, so let's instead of putting it on me, let's discuss your dictator Trump, right? Who voted for you voted for Trump. I would love to live in America. You'd love to live in America, right? Well, you can, but if you live in America, now is the worst time and the time to move to America, because you're going to be put into a concentration camp. If you move to America and Trump gains power, you're going to go into a concentration camp, and then he's going to basically send you to another country. Thinking their thoughts are so profound must be online, share with the masses. I don't think my thoughts are profound. I'm here to basically awaken your ignorance, right? And shining a bright light onto your ineptitude of supporting, you're supporting someone who is a literal antichrist. Should we debate? You want to debate? Trump is a literal antichrist, right? He has zero affiliation to Jesus. Zero. He doesn't possess one component of Jesus is qualities. Trump is literally the antithesis to Jesus, and the antithesis to Jesus, right, is the Antichrist. He lies, right? Which has been well documented. You can't dispute that. He lies. He also, he committed adultery. Not just one time. Oh, I made a mistake, dear. Every time. And even now, he was getting a blowjob from, who's that influencer? The dark-haired influencer that had his arm around her. He was getting his penis massaged, his penis sucked by obviously that woman. I can't think of her name right now. He doesn't have any humility. He's not humble at all. He is just full of hate. He's the opposite of Jesus, right? Trump is the opposite of Jesus. He's the anti-Jesus, or the anti-Christ, right? Anti-Jesus. So, Ryan, okay, wow. higher IQ people mind is, so Ryan, here's a red whistle. Anyone who goes out of the way, all right, to talk about their IQ, all right, is basically a dog whistle, right? People with high IQ don't talk about their IQ. People with high IQ don't feel the need to go out there and say I have a high IQ. I've never once said I have a high IQ. You said that I have a low IQ, and then you turn around and say, look, I have a high IQ. That's kind of like, you see how what you're doing? You're doing something very similar to Trump. Trump always says, oh, I'm the best. I'm the best at negotiation. I'm the best at deal making. I'm the best, right? Trump is always saying he has the highest IQ. There's no one who knows this better than me. No one who knows anything better. There's no one who knows anything better than Trump, right? That's a fact, right? That's what he says. Not a fact in reality. That's true, right, on that. Let's keep going down. All right, interesting. And tell strangers how to think. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm just trying to have a debate. The thing is, you can't have a debate. Your idea of a debate is to attack me and say I have a low IQ instead of defending your dear leader, right? Your pedophile dear leader who raped a 13-year-old when he was with Epstein at Epstein's mansion in New York, right? Who had her tied down to the bed. She was the same age as Ivanka at the time, right? Raped her. You can look it up. Google it. Trump raped 13-year-old. Okay, look it up. You can Google it. It's right out there. You support someone who is a pedophile. You support someone who thinks he can just go up and sexually assault a woman, and it's multiple times. Just grab them by their vagina. Oh, just reach over, just grab their vagina. It's his right to do it. That's the kind of guy you want as president, right? And the thing is, you can't defend it. And all you can do is attack me because you can't defend the guy that you're voting for. And that's why, right? That's why I call you maggot. Because vermin, I'm a vermin. Okay, I'm a vermin. Vermin eat maggots. I'm eating your maggot. That sounds sexual. I'm eating your maggot, baby. I'm eating it. I'm devouring it. And you don't have the capacity to push back because everything I'm saying is based in fact, in truth, has been well documented, right? That's it. So let's keep moving forward, Ryan. Ryan, I appreciate you keep coming back, man. Ryan Kinsman. Dude, you're a good guy. So name one real reason why he's a bad president. Okay, Adrian, I'll name 10, okay? Actually, I'll name 22, right? First time in history, any president, chief of staff, his vice president, his head of national security, and so on, right? First time in American history, his cabinet has told him to fuck off. His cabinet is telling you not to vote for him. His cabinet. Now, who do you think knows him better? You or the fucking people that worked for him in the first administration? Over 50% of his cabinet say don't vote for him. His generals saying that he's a literal Nazi. His generals are saying he's a fucking Nazi, and you're voting for him. All right? I don't know. I think that's about 10 reasons. Right? Number 2, the guy lies. He lies about everything. Okay? Number 3, he's a fucking grifter. A billionaire selling $100,000 watches. A billionaire selling sneakers. A billionaire selling, Bibles made in China that he buys for $5 and sells for $60. Come on, dude, right? Do I have to keep going? All right. The guy has sexually assaulted and found guilty he's been found guilty of adjudicated rape. So they said, yes, he's a rapist, right? Because the statute of limitations passed, all they could do is charge him civilly. But in that civil case, a majority of the people believe that he actually sexually assaulted Eugene Carter. Why would you want someone, all right, Adrian, why would you want to vote for someone that you would not want your daughter anywhere near, right? You'd want your daughter anywhere near Trump? you'd want Trump just to sexually assault your daughter. That'd be cool for you. The fact is, there's a case where he actually said, I said earlier, he raped, right? These court filings. He never sued her back. Why did he sue her back? If he didn't rape her, and this woman charged him of raping her when she was 13, right? A real person, wouldn't you have sued her back and try to clear your name? Instead of, oh, she dropped the case because she's being threatened. She was trying to defend herself. She didn't have access to an attorney back then. It was 2016, right? And she just wanted, you look at what happened to, the two election workers, right? They didn't, you know why they didn't sue Trump? They're afraid of you guys. You guys are crazy. You guys are fucking lunatics. You will take a nail gun to an FBI station, right? You will stop, you will attack a fucking, federal building, the House, to try to stop the steal, right? A term that, by the way, Oliver Stone, is that his name? No, Oliver Stone's a movie. The other Stone, right? Came up with, stop the steal. He called you guys to go there. He told you to fight like hell, and you guys listened and went there. All right, can I keep going? All right. So why would you want to put someone who degrades, calls black people from shithole countries, right? Every black person Trump feels is from a shithole country. That's where their ancestors from, shithole countries. So he thinks Ghana is a shithole country. He thinks, Nigeria. He thinks Ethiopia. He thinks all these places are shithole countries, right? Why would you want someone president like that? I'm going to keep going. Why? Reasons why he was a bad president. He's a bad president because he has no sense of right and wrong. Trump has absolutely zero sense of what's right and wrong. And the Supreme Court has made him a king. If he becomes president, he's above the law. For the first time in America, we have someone who's above the law, right? Do we have to worry about Biden? If I was Biden, here's what I would do. I'd have Trump arrested for talking to Putin. I would have him disqualified. I would put him in fucking jail if I was Biden. Right? But Biden is too nice a guy. He's a Democrat, right? I was a former Republican. I would have gone after Trump. I would have called and said I would have gone to the FBI and said, go find that 13-year-old girl. I would have made that the October surprise and bring out all of this stuff and say, we're pulling in an investigation on Trump on raping a 13-year-old, right? He does not have the character to be president of the United States. He's a fucking con artist. He's a lying. He's a narcissist. He's a sociopath, right? He's a grifter, grifting you guys. Remember what he said? I don't need your money. So why are you maggots sending him money? Why are you maggots sending him money? He doesn't need your money, but he sure is begging for it. And not only that, he has the richest guy in the world, right? Who's basically buying votes. He's giving away $1 million randomly to people signing up who support the Second Amendment, who supports this, right? He's vetting them, figuring out who they are, and he's giving them $1 million, right? Trying to get, and what Elon Musk is trying to do, he's a shithead. Elon Musk is a racist shithead from South Africa elite. His father was part of the leadership back then. He watched South Africa. Basically, he watched the white people get displaced. He left South Africa out of disgust, and now he's trying to turn America into another fucking South Africa. That's part of it. But more importantly, what he's trying to do is he's trying to, the FCC has said no to his low-flying satellites. So he's like, fuck the FCC. I'm going to buy the American presidency, and then I'm going to get rid of all these regulations. I don't have to worry about them getting on my ass with Twitter. I don't have to worry about all these regulations because the America president, Donald Trump, the stooge, is so fucking easy to manipulate. All I have to do is smile and say you're a great guy, right? Kiss his ass a little bit, and the guy will fall over lovingly, right? That's what Putin can do. That's what Kim Jong-un, the North Korean, does. So you want a president, you want someone as a U.S. president who's fucking a patsy for anyone who kisses his ass, right? Do I need to go on? All right, let's move on. I think I'm pretty, Adrian. I think I pretty much told you exactly why, he's a bad president. And I'm going to just finish up. Last thing, right? Trump in this next term, I'm going to say Trump is Hitler 1932, December 1932, okay? It is December 1932, all right? He doesn't take power until January 20th, 1933. We have a chance to prevent Trump from basically becoming Hitler 1944. And whether he does or he doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter. Right? I have no proof that Trump will become Hitler in 1944. But you know what? Do you want to take a fucking chance on it? Do you want to take a chance, flip a coin, heads, Trump becomes fucking Hitler, creates concentration camps for 15 million for immigrants, right? Who have valid and non-valid, all the DACA, right? Right? Tails, oh, he doesn't, right? Heads or tails, right? Back when I was a kid, we would play the game. If you could go back in time and you could kill Hitler, would you? You know what we all said was yes. Now, I'm trying to kill Trump's reelection, right? I don't have to worry about, here's Tommy. I don't have to worry about, having to go back in time because we are right now at that point. And the existential threat that he poses, not just to America, but to countries like Ukraine. If he gets reelected, bye-bye Ukraine. There is, Ukraine is screwed. You think Gaza is going to make it, right? I think it's horrific what Biden has done to Gaza. But is nothing in compared to what Trump will do. Trump moved the embassy. He'll do whatever Bibi wants. He'll say, just level that shithole. Level that shithole. Just get rid of them all. And he'll say, oh, but Bibi, guess what? I want 50% of the waterfront property for Trump's reinvestment. And Bibi will say, sure, yeah, you can have as much of the waterfront of Gaza to develop. And he'll be like, yes. Okay, nuke the shit out of the Palestinians. Destroy them. Any Palestinian who's not voting for Harris, who's an American Palestinian, right, is really, really dumb. Because, like I said, if Trump gets in power, you can say goodbye to entire Palestine. Palestine will be wiped off, will be turned into a parking lot, right? This is how these people think. This is how Stephen Miller thinks. This is how Bannon thinks. Right? These are massive, racist, white supremacists, white nationalists who thinks if you're not my color, I've got the blessed color, right? I'm the blessed. I'm kind of, I'm the enemy within. This, what I'm telling you is, they will come after me. They will want to lock me up because everything I'm saying ultimately is founded in truth. It's founded in reason. It's founded in logic. And has a greater propensity that Trump becomes Hitler 1944 if he is reelected. So I'm going to be talking like this every single day up to the election. And if I can get one person based on my, discussions, and I always say, please push back. Tell me how Trump isn't Hitler 1932. Tell me how Trump. Tell me how Trump isn't a racist. Tell me how Trump isn't a pedophile or adjudicated rapist, right? Tell me how Trump isn't a fraudster. Tell me how his previous cabinet members, right, have all said 50% have said he's an existential threat. He's a fascist, right? Tell me how any of that's true. And if so, then why are you voting for this guy? Why are you risking the American democracy over this SOB, over this, you know, as I use the icon emoji, right? This shit clown, you know, that shits his pants and ultimately, you know, is hateful, hate spewing, right? I am being that vermin. I am being that vermin that he hates so much by shining a bright light on the tyranny of Trump. And anyone voting for him is really making a big mistake, right? And here's the reality. I've got $2,500 betting against him on Polymarket, right? $2,500. If I win, that's $5,000. If I lose, oh shit, there goes $2,500. So I put my money where my mouth is, right? Polymarket. I'm Undowdu on Polymarket. You can go look at my account. Go to Polymarket, search for Undowdu. Undowdu. You'll see my bets, right, for Harris. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Are you? You know, what are you doing? So get your advice. Let's say just get your advice from Trump. He says America is a shithole. No. Trump says place is a shithole company, right? Right? Trump is the one that says America is a shithole country. He says America is full of garbage, right? America is garbage. That's what Trump has been saying. That's his latest rhetoric. You know, he's going to be the guy who cleans up America. He is preparing. We have to understand. He is preparing you guys for him to become Hitler. Right? You don't see that. He is, you know, he's positioning himself as the great cleanser. So when he does throw other, you know, Democrats like Adam Schiff and others and finds reason, he classifies them as national security. All he has to do is classify people as national security threat. All he has to do is you know, order the FBI to find shit on them or to plant shit on them. If you can't find it, he'll just plant it. And here's the cool thing about the way that the new laws are structured. All the communications between him and the FBI cannot be used against him, all right? As long as he you know, because it's all communication within the White House is immune. That's why, for example, in the Chutkan case, New York, overturning the election, they had to remove all of the communication with Clark. Clark was a deputy in the FBI who basically was the Attorney General on paper. He was made the Attorney General. You don't know that, right? But he was. You can Google it. And he basically wanted to sow doubt by sending a letter out to all of the swing states saying, hey, we've got concerns. Why? You just want to send a letter out. You can look up the letter, read the letter. You know, Clark's letter. He was for the EPA or under the EPA or dealing or something, environmental FBI. And he wasn't even part, right? So, you know, this is the extent Trump is. You don't see that the rhetoric he's using as vermin, as enemy within, and saying garbage, right? America's garbage. He's going to clean up the garbage. Who do you think he refers to as cleaning up the garbage? People like me, people who are outspoken against him, right? That's who he's going to try to clean up. Now, I live in Japan, so fuck him. Can't clean the shit out of me, right? He could, well, maybe get rid of my passport. He could have the State Department say, you know, kill his passport. I wouldn't care. So, but you have to worry about others in the United States. So, but I voted. Listen, I don't have residency in Florida, and I voted in Florida. I have zero residency. I voted in Florida, in Citrus County, right? I love this riles you all up, right? As an expat, I don't have a Florida address any longer, right? I sold my father's house, turned it into Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin, right? And I voted. I voted against all of DeSantis' judges. I voted against, you know, anyone, you know, voted blue down the line. And how do you like that? How do you like them apples? So You know, yeah. Call the FBI on me. Please do. Call the FBI. Legal voter right here. No, I'm a legal voter. If you get yourself ChatGPT and ask it, where does an expat vote? How does an expat vote? Expatriate, right? It'll say you vote from your last residence in the United States. My last residence in the United States was in Florida, and that's where I get to vote for them. Now, I think it's ridiculous that I get to vote, you know, for county commissioners and all of that, and I don't live there anymore, right? But it's like I feel like I got my hooks in the, you know, this liberal has got his hooks in the Florida. I think as an expat, the only thing you should be able to vote for is the president and vice president personally, but that's not how the law's set up. So I get to vote for all, you know, vote again. I did get to vote for the marijuana bill, so I got to vote on that to legalize marijuana in Florida. So, you know, on that. All right, let's move down the questions here. Okay, Alan said, who cares what he does in his who cares what he does in privacy? So it's okay for someone to be a pedophile. You want someone to be president who's a pedophile. You want someone who will be a president who cheats on his wife. That's the kind of character you see should be president. You want someone who is constantly grifting people, right? Who's who ultimately is calling for putting people into concentration camps. Because if you're deporting 15 million immigrants, legal and illegal, up to 10 million to 15 million is what they want to move out. You know, according to Michael Mill, what's his name, Miller and Trump, right? And how they're going to do it. They're going to conscript all different. Where are you going to put them all? This is what I love about you guys. You guys don't even understand how to execute his dumbass plan of deporting 10 million, 15 million immigrants, and immigrants that have legal status. The Haitians, he wants to get the Haitians out. They have legal status. He wants to revoke their legal status and deport, right? Because he considers Haiti as a shithole country. And this is if he wins by hook and by crook. The only way he's going to win is by hook and by crook. Same way Trump W won. Al Gore won Florida. He's the legitimate president in 2000, and yet the Supreme Court gave it to W. And then when they finalized the vote count in Florida, which they wouldn't allow them to do because of timing, they need more time. And that's probably that's the same shit that he's trying to pull. The whole Georgia thing by hand counting the ballots, all that's it's the same thing. They're trying to pull a fucking W on the election. Slow it. So this is the game plan. It's really simple. How you guys are trying to cheat, right? I can't see. Right? You're trying to pull an Al Gore or a W, trying to pull a W on the American people by causing, slowing down the election count so it doesn't get done, forcing it to Supreme Court, and getting the Supreme Court to give it to Trump. So that's how you're going to win the election, right there. Right? That's it. Are you hungry? Are you going to eat or are you going to work out? Huh?
Gonna eat.
All right. So that's the plan. That's the plan for Trump, right? What, key? Look at that. Do you leave your key in your car with your door unlocked? Right? Do you live at a place? Would you like to live in a place where you can just leave your keys in your car, where you don't have to worry about locking your car? Would you like to live in a place where, this ad comes to you from Move to Japan. Would you like to live in a place where you have no GMO in your food, where you have the sugar supplies they use real sugar They don't use high fructose corn syrup that is giving you leaky gut syndrome, like all these different things, all these allergies to bread and everything else comes from high fructose corn syrup. Your body detects it and says, oh, I don't want that food. That bread has high fructose corn syrup in it, and you become allergic to bread. All of that. Would you like to live in a country where you don't have to worry about high fructose corn syrup? Then move to Japan, right? There is over 10 million vacant houses here. As little as $5,000, right, on up. You can rent for as little as $500 a year, $350 a year, right? You can rent a house for that little money, right? There's over 10 million. Not only that, there's over 3 million women. If you watch my live broadcast from today, I met one of them. She was going to work. I asked if she's married. No, she's not married, right? She's looking for a liberal like me. So if you're a liberal like me and you would like to get the fuck out of Trump land if he should win and move to a country where the people are so polite, so kind, so selfless, so welcoming, where there is no hate and vitriol, there's no us and them, where politics is just like, a thing that happens like Christmas or, then consider moving to Japan, right? Move to Japan is a channel that ultimately wants to help you. You can join our Patreon page at movetojapan.info, and you can sign up as a subscriber. When you sign up as a subscriber, you get special access to me as your helper, your consultant, and help you move here. I'm going to be posting exclusive videos on IKEAs there that you won't see on the internet, right? Most IKEAs are hard to find. IKEA, not IKEA, IKEA, A-K-I-A. You can go to the IKEA bank, search that, and you can see all these IKEA prices, right? And they're all the different regions. But the thing is that the majority of IKEAs are not posted on the IKEA bank, right? So you have to have a realtor. Today I was with my realtor and ultimately find these IKEAs, do research on them and everything else. So I will go around, take videos of IKEAs. If you're like, oh, I like that property, Undowdo, I'm Undowdo. You go to undowdo.com, read my books, little promo. Here's the cool thing. Everything you put into my Patreon, right? I have a total amount that goes into my Patreon, ultimately goes towards hiring me as your personal guide, as your personal assistant, as your personal driver when you come to Japan to either buy an IKEA as an investment property. Let's say you want to buy it, fix it up, and rent it out and use it whenever and just have that property. Because you know what? You can't afford property in America, but you can buy and afford property in Japan. And I want to help you, right? Find that property. And imagine my big vision goal, let's say 5 years, 10 years from now, let's say we have hundreds of renovated IKEA and people can just come as part of the network and come stay for 3 months in one location and come stay in a different location, and that all the Patreon and all the money coming in through my Patreon we use to fix up and buy and have IKEAs just ready for you to move in, right? And ultimately, as the patrons, you pretty much get the place at cost. We also help with your visa. We help with, other resources. Let's say you want someone to fix up your house. We handle it all. We do it all for you. So this is just the beginning. This channel is really just the beginning. Let me get my dinner and go back to reading these messages on there. All right. Let me turn this off here. Welcome to my Bitcoin house. Brand new house. Built about 10 years ago. Let me lock the door. I don't lock the door, but my wife is always, lock the door, lock the door. Say hello. Tommy and Mikey. All right. Tommy, now you want, I guess you have a steak and rice, right?
Yeah.
All right, steak and rice. So a lot of people say I look like, what the hell's his name? Gordon Ramsay, the American Gordon Ramsay. So I love to cook. I tell you what, I'd love one day to compete with Gordon Ramsay making an omelet, a 1-egg omelet. I'd love to compete with Gordon Ramsay on that. I'll blow his ass away. This is our GMO-free. This rice here is family rice from my wife's family. So we get our own rice. So I don't have to be a prepper. We grow our own rice. And here is that. Look at that steak. Something I love. I love blowtorch. I'm that rib, spare rib, big old spare rib. Okay, I'm gonna get through all your questions. So let me just get this. All right, a little bit of olive oil. Right there. Mikey, you want a milkshake? Huh? I still have milkshake from the other day. You want that one or? My khaki milkshake? Dun dun dun. That. Steak and rib. Chopstick. Here you go. The shot. Alright. There's the missus. I'm not gonna film her. She just got out of the shower. You know how women are. She doesn't have makeup on. Women are sensitive that way. I get to eat leftovers. Ow. Yeah. What's up, Tom? Australia. Tom, who does Australia think is gonna win? God, good.
I love those.
I think on it.
How much was it?
I don't know.
Can you get more?
Yeah. Are you full, Mama? All right. All right. So where are we at here? Good. Or do you want? Here, Michael. Or do you want, Tommy, do you want, I've got a little milkshake left over. Yeah. What do you mean leftover? How's it, Mike? Good, right? Coming any day now on that. All right. I'm going to show you something you've never seen. All right. I'm going to show you something about cooking, right? So I cooked the spare rib, right? So I'm taking all the juices. Look at that. Right? All the fatties and stuff like that. Then, I'm take this is flour. Right, this is flour. Put it in the flour in there. I'm gonna make dough using all those nice fats, all the fat. Make a nice fatty flour. All right. Then this is garlic. So I'm gonna make a flour for naan bread. And then right? So let's now. So this is garlic with the. I actually have two things in here. I cooked my wife some brie kama, which is like a yellowtail jaw. Brie kama. Kama means head. Brie is yellowtail, right? So it's got the amino, all the fatty acids, right? The omegas from that, and then. Let's see what this bread comes out like. So instead of throwing out, you normally would throw this out, right? Clean this off. All right, grab this here. Grab a spoon of it. I'm just curious. So here it is, the bread. shake it, make the naan. All right. And then I turn the pan into an oven, right there, right? So this is it's kind of like a pancake mix, right? So we'll see. I probably want to make it more. I'm gonna make it more. So I'm just doing a test here. I don't know what the pancake naan is gonna taste like, right? Right on that. So let's get more flour. All right, I ran out of flour in that bag, so this is Japanese flour. Right, making pancakes, making bread. So we'll see how that goes. I'm actually doing a slower cook on it. All right. This is what I do every day. Play around in the kitchen, go up to the mountains, look for IKEA houses, right? We're gonna add more flour. Right, we're gonna make this more of a dough. I'll let it sit. I'll let this sit in the fridge. On this here. How's everyone going? Appreciate, hey, today we hit our 500 subscribers. Well, there goes. Ryan is still going on. Ryan, I'm cooking right now, buddy. Give me a moment. I'll get to all your stuff. Enjoy my cooking. Ryan, what is life about? What is it that you want from life, right? You want to live under some angry motherfucker who wants to, who wants to lock up a bunch of people, harm women, harm their children. Is that what you want? You want a president like that? A president for the few? He's not a president for all Americans. Kamala is a president for all Americans. She doesn't care what party they are. She wants to be a president for all Americans. Trump wants to only be a president for those that kiss his ass. If you don't kiss Trump's ass, guess what? You're an enemy. All right, let's keep adding a little bit more. There. So this is I'm using the water, which had the fish and the rib fat on there. My wife is telling my kids to have a bath. Mike, you want more milkshake or no? Shall I? Are you done? All right. Let's see how this bread's coming out. That's really kind of a pancake, right? I'm just curious what it tastes like. All right. Still kind of. It's good. Now you got to let it rest. All right. So take this here. break it off. There, I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge. There's my dough. I can knead it in here. Right, work it. This is a Japanese delicacy. This is called horomon. Horomon. This is intestines. Cow intestines. Really tasty. All right, let's see how this is. All right, this way. All right, let's see what this bread looks like. So I flipped it over. Look at that. Kind of a non-pancake bread. Tidy up here. I can, so we can make it kind of a cheese naan by let's put some cheese on it. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm basically cooking out all the moisture and making the cheese kind of crunchy on top. Put a little bit more. I love black pepper. Can't put enough black pepper on it. Put a little garlic salt on it. All right. Then what we're gonna do is cut some tomato. Put some tomato on it. All right. This is why I'm fat. This is why I'm obese. Hold up. Alright, here we go. Alright. And fold this over. Maybe fold this over. You know what? This is not really cooked on this side. It's better. All right, see see what this tastes like. Will last a little bit. Just a little bit of pork. All right. Let's see what my experimental bread, really pancake, tastes like. Has a chewy texture to it. Really good. So I took the leftover fats, the fat in the fish, fat in the in the spare rib. Made myself a garlic pancake naan. Right. Add a little bit of that's spare rib. I never cook for myself. There we go. Really nice. You want anything else to eat, Mama? You need ice, Cody? Odi? Cody Hochi? So my job is serving my wife when she gets home after a hard day's work, getting her ice for her alcohol drink, making her food. She had edamame, GMO free, and making sure she's watching her TV show. That's my role. That's my job. I'm there to serve. You undo with a smile and a laugh. You notice I'm always laughing at you guys, right? Dow, help. I'm trying to help you, right? Help you come to the realization that Trump is a piece of shit. You shouldn't be voting for him, right? And finally, serve my wife. I freely give my passion, my heart to her, make her happy. Because if she's happy, my family's happy, I'm happy. I'm now due. Okay, mommy. Oh, I got water for you. My car. Just bring it in. Yeah, brand new, fresh. Huh? It's fresh. It's more. Should I bring it inside? Yeah, but where should I put it? Really hard. Tommy's gone. Really good workout. Really good workout for him. You missed. You can make that shot. You should be pro. You should be pro. All right. We'll go for a walk. It's gonna be dark. I got Nika in the fridge, Mama. Pencil. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Oh. No, you found my coffee, didn't you, Mama? You found my coffee. Mama, you found my coffee. I knew I had coffee, but I forgot where it was. But is it Insta coffee or is it machine coffee? It's Insta, right? What's that? So think about flour, right? There is I store my flour in the fridge. Alright, I don't know about you, but do not store your flour outside. Flour needs to go in the fridge. Otherwise, you're going to get flour mites in it. So I always keep my flour, once it's open, once you open flour, you put it in the fridge, right? So it's going in the fridge. All right, gotta clean off the counter. I'm gonna spray. Let me see this. I wonder where the spray is. Well, and then I'll do the dishes later. On there. All right, do that later. Let's go for a walk. Read what you guys are writing. Let's grab the charger. Where's my charger? Hold it. Let's go outside. All right. Let's get a flashlight. I gave you a pad upstairs, Tommy, for your weight. Mikey wouldn't take care of it, so I gave it to you. I was upset with him. You go look at it. It's in your room. I'm the type of dad, if I say for you to do something to my child and you don't do it, you lose it. This simple. I don't get upset or angry on that. You know. Ah, shit. It's rain. All right. Come out here. All right. How's everyone doing? I was going to go for a walk, but I'll just sit in the car, read this over, and see where we're at here. Okay, Ryan, you do need them. I don't know what you're saying. That's how campaigning works. Just figuring that. You're just figuring that out. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, but you sit in your beta car raging over a billionaire, your beta car. Raging over a billionaire's right to speak. Wow. I'm not raging over a billionaire's right to speak. I'm raging over the character of the billionaire, right? That you're empowering and you're voting for, right? I'm not, okay, raping a 13-year-old, molesting, assaulting, sexually assaulting women, causing divisiveness in America, calling people like myself vermin and the enemy within. Someone who steals our national security secrets and gives them away, stores them in an unprotected, Mar-a-Lago in his bathroom and shit, dude. Like, someone whose entire, his 50% of his previous administration, his cabinet, there's 44 members of his cabinet, right? Over 50% says he's unfit for office. This isn't raging about a billionaire's right to free speech. This is telling you how it is, right? By the way, I would want Trump. By the way, Adrian, you'd want Trump to basically molest and rape your daughter. But that's biblical for you, right? Because in the Bible, in the Old Testament, remember the mob came to the guy's house in Jehovah, something or other, and goes, hey, and the guy's like, wait, don't attack my friend. Don't attack my friend. Take my daughter and his girlfriend, his concubine, take them and do whatever you want with them. Do nasty stuff with them. And they're like, oh no, we won't take your daughter. We'll just take his concubine. And they did nasty shit, and she died from the injuries of their rape on her. It was implied in the Bible. Yeah, I'm Adrian. That's cool that you're that type of dad who'd want to inject their daughter onto Trump, right? That's very Old Testament of you, Ryan. Remember the last time you were in the ward for 4 days and grandma had to fly over and get you out? Dude, I do remember that, Ryan. Dude, that was a good time. Unfortunately, grandma died a long time ago, and I think you're referring to Trump. Defending these political agendas so hard, who have nothing to do for you is crazy. Yeah, it has everything to do with for me, dude. I'm fighting for the majority of Americans who are opposing Trump. You are a minority. You understand that? You are a minority. The majority of Americans do not want Trump. The majority of Americans want, what's the word? I can't think of the word. They want, God, I can't think of how to say it. Common sense. I don't know why I couldn't think of common sense. They want common sense gun control laws, where just as you need a license to drive a car, you should have a license to own a firearm, right? Common sense, right? This whole thing giving everyone AR, because you're giving access to ARs to drug dealers, to gangs, to all these people who are shooting up that you're talking about, all the MS-13 fuckers and everything else, right? You're giving them access to the same weaponry that the military has. Common sense. Let's not do that. Let's make it a requirement. And these people are like, all these guns are getting shipped and moved south, right? They're moving immigrants north and they're moving guns south to fund all the shit going on in all these countries south of us as a result of our ridiculous gun control, lack of them, laws, right, on there. Since you asked earlier, all right, since you asked earlier, you're referring to that. Okay. 99 missed calls from psychiatric. So you notice how you can't defend Trump, so you have to attack the messenger, right? I'm just telling you the fucking, the facts about your dear leader, and you can't defend it. You can't defend his, his cheating on his pregnant wives, not once, but twice, right? His infidelity with porn stars, his, his grift, he's grifting you. You can't defend that. Defend his, imagine if Biden was selling a $100,000 watch. Why do you think Trump is selling a $100,000 watch that in the details, I mean, he doesn't have to deliver, right? It's a campaign finance. It's a way for Saudi Arabia. It's a way for people outside of America to give to his campaign, right? It's fucking simple, but you guys are so stupid. You guys are so fucking naive. You think, oh, it's cool for him to sell a $100,000 watch. Oh, that's cool, right? You know, he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He doesn't need your money. Why is he selling $100,000 watches? Why is he selling $60 Bibles that he's getting made in China? Why is all your merch made in China and not made in America? Why, you know, you guys, you call yourself so pro-American, and yet you allow this turd, this shit clown, to grift and take advantage of you. And then your only response is, oh, you missed 99 calls to the ward. Oh, grandma flew over to pull you out. You think your trolling me is going to have any effect on Oh my God. And I know my laughter must really fucking upset you. Like, look, I'm tearing up. I'm so upset with your comments. You know, you're hurting my fucking feelings, dude. You sound delusional. What part of my comments? That he raped a 13-year-old, is that delusional? That he grabs women by their genitalia, is that delusional? That he's been convicted of 33 counts of fraud in New York, that he had to pay out over $100 million to Janine Carroll for his actions, that he was adjudicated, found as adjudicated rapist. I mean, what is it? What of my comments are you missing? The fact that the majority of his cabinet is not supporting him, his vice president, his chief of staffs, right? His generals, none of them are supporting, but you, right? You have like, oh, this deep understanding of mein Führer and what you think is all good. But all the same people around him that say, don't vote for him, they're wrong. But you don't even know the guy. He would never invite you to Mar-a-Lago. He would never want to sit down with you. He thinks you're scum. You, on the other hand, right? Yeah, you think he's cool. Yeah, you go there. Limo doesn't even live. You're like a Russian. Fix your country and don't complain, coward. Limo, where are you from? I want to know where you're from, Limo F. Lino. Maybe you're a Russian bot, right? Are you a Russian bot? Hey, Jared, have you not watched Kamala Harris's change her whole dialect to appeal to African-American people? That's common. That's very common. I was in sales, right? So when I was in sales, I used to sell health insurance. So if I'm sitting talking to someone who's kind of country, I'll speak kind of country to them, right? That is called empathy. You're empathizing with them. You're trying to adapt. It isn't a con. It's just what you do as a natural sales person, right? You do that. Right? You try to be in, when I go to England, I start sounding more English. If I'm speaking to an English person, you'll hear my dialect go British. I grew up in England. So your brain, you don't have one set dialect. There's a term for it, and I can't think of it. You could research it, but it's a form of, the dialect is not a con, but rather kind of an internal adaptation to the environment that you're in, and it's natural. It's done all the time. If you lived outside of your little bubble, where you actually interacted with people from multicultures and you actually had friends. So yo vivo en España por 7 años. Yo hablo poquito español. So I'll start speaking in my if I'm speaking like to a Japanese, you'll actually hear me. I'll speak in a different dialect, right? If I'm speaking to a Spaniard and so on. Musk saved the First Amendment. How did Musk save the First Amendment? Right? So how did Musk save the First Amendment? I'd love for you to expand on that, Zingazamzong. Great name, by the way. You're definitely not a criteria for being kicked out of America with that. If that's your name, you'd be like the first one in the concentration camps, Musk's, Trump's, concentration camps. You'll be one of the first ones in there. Zinga zang mong zong. How did he save the First Amendment? First Amendment. There are, I like some aspects of, of X. He didn't save the First Amendment. He just allowed more misinformation, more bullshit to happen. And he basically is using his social media platform, right, in a way that you charge Zuckerberg using it for the Democrats. So again, it's so funny. If Musk was for Kamala, yeah, Kamala Harris. If Musk was for Harris, you'd be crying like little babies. That if Musk was doing what he's doing for for them, he'd be doing for them, right? He's melting down over nothing. Yeah, loss of democracy, right? You being turds, right? You are a tool. Oh my God. Off your meds. Again, all you could do is attack the messenger. You can't defend anything about Trump. Do you not find that odd that you can't defend anything about Trump, but all you can do is attack me, right? Because I'm pointing out all the reasons why if Harris or had a modicum, if she raped, imagine if Harris raped a 13-year-old, right, as an adult. Imagine if Harris went around grabbing guys by their penis. Imagine if Harris cheated on her past husbands twice, right, when she was pregnant, right, and then just got rid of them and found a new husband. Imagine if Harris, right, was selling Bibles that she made in China for $5, selling them for $60. Imagine if Harris, right, was basically selling $100,000 watches to Saudi princes to fund her campaign. Imagine if Harris hung out with Epstein, right? Imagine if Harris basically put out a 2-page ad calling for the execution of 5 black guys, even though they've been found innocent, is still, calling for their, that they are guilty of murder, when the actual person who attacked and raped the individual was caught and confessed to it later. Imagine if Harris, see, you guys are so pitiful that you allow yourselves to be duped by such a fucking troll that all you can do is troll me back. And bruh. How can you compare him to Hitler? How can I compare him to Hitler? I'm comparing him to Hitler to 1932, right? Hitler hadn't built any concentration camps in 1932. He had all this rhetoric, and I did a whole thing. You need to watch my other thing where I did it, right? There's a whole bunch of things, how he's very similar. The use of the big lie, the attack on minority groups. Hitler attacked the Jews. Trump is attacking, immigrants. Creating, calling the media enemy of the people. That was classic Hitler, right? Having people to distrust the media, like you distrust the media. You distrust the media not for any fucking logical, not for any proof or anything else, only because your dear leader tells you to. What else? Let's see. Divisiveness, saying that they're enemy within. Enemy within, like I'm the enemy within. Use of vermin, calling people vermin, saying that there are people within, right? Even attacking FEMA, saying FEMA is out hurting people and not giving them their money and all that stuff. That's all classic fascist Hitler shit, okay? So the question you have to ask yourself, and this is my question, this is why I'm making these live, 15,000 people watched yesterday, the day before, 10,000 people, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, right? And I'm going to be doing basically live broadcast I've already voted, right? Comparing Trump to Hitler, to saying, do you want to take a coin toss? You want to take a chance that Trump becomes Hitler 1944 with the concentration camps and the murders or anything else, or do you want to just nip it in the bud and vote against him and ensure that he isn't, right? That's your choice, okay? Do you want to take a chance on Trump becoming Hitler? Or do you want to just, say, you know what? I don't want to take a chance of this person, because it really, Trump is a useful idiot, okay? He's a useful idiot. The real threat behind him are the Millers, Steve Bannons, right? These individuals, Marjorie Taylor Greene. What will Marjorie Taylor Greene, the woman who says Biden controls, see, she's grabbing onto the whole big lie thing, right? She's like, oh yeah, the Jews caused the wildfires in California. This is who you want to govern, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is probably going to be in his cabinet. She also just said, oh, Biden is controlling hurricanes, and that's why they targeted all the red America, right? So red American got devastated by these hurricanes. It's big lies, these crazy lies, these crazy ass lies that you guys believe, right? Do you believe Biden is controlling the weather? So, that's why he's clearly fucking Hitler 19th. And I don't call him Hitler 1944. He's Hitler 1932. Hitler doesn't take power until 1933. Okay? I'm not even calling him Hitler 1939 when we had Nazi rallies and everything else, even though his whole Madison Square Garden was an homage to Hitler. The hate speech and everything that spoke, right, was all a homage to Hitler. So yeah. Okay, let's see, go on. Conservatards in chat say losing, and conservatives in chat stay losing and wasting your time. All right. Hey, listen, it's not just about them. It's about people who watch this video later, right? It's about me hearing me say it over and over. I'm doing a Trump. I'm saying I'm comparing him to Hitler every day. I'm comparing him to a racist every day. I'm comparing him, talk about how he's a sex offender, pedophile every day, right? And maybe someone on the fence watching this, maybe that, there's 24 people watching right now. Maybe you're on the fence and say, you know what? Maybe I should look into some of these allegations, Yeah, he was president. That's right. He didn't think he was going to be president. Trump thought he was going to lose. He had a whole bunch of adults in the room that prevented him from his worst impulses. People actively fought and stopped him from being, by becoming, now we had systems in place. Now, excuse me. These systems, he's going to do away with Project 2025. You've got 20,000. You guys listening right now, you should go to Project 2025 and you should, apply to be part of his administration, because he doesn't care about all he cares about is whether or not you are a loyalist, right? You guys, Adrian, you're a loyalist. Go get a job in Trump's administration, should he win, right? That'll be good for you. You'll be an at-will employee. You'll have to do exactly what the Fuhrer, right? The Trump Fuhrer says. And as long as you do that, you'll do well, right? That's all he wants. Comparing a dude to Hitler, dictator, is crazy. It really isn't crazy when you realize that Hitler was considered a clown in 1932. He was an artist, right? He came from really no money. He'd written a book. Really what made Hitler famous was his book, Mein Kampf. So it's not crazy because you're thinking Hitler 1944. I'm saying again, I'll say it again, Hitler 1932. He hasn't built the concentration camps. He hasn't caused the war yet. He hasn't done all these things. He hasn't killed Ukraine. He hasn't destroyed Palestine. He hasn't done, he hasn't nuked or sent missiles to different countries, right? He hasn't done, but he fucking will, right? Hissy fit. What are you saying, my guy? Chill. Definition of schizo. Last my laugh. Let's see. Doris Clark, Hitler. Not even you believe that Bucko. Bucko, are you Australian? Are you Australian, Bucko? Yeah, I do believe it. Hitler, 1932. So maybe should, right, Benedict Arnold. I'm a Benedict Arnold. So Benedict Arnold, that's a good use of term. It's someone, it was a red coat, was that turned on I guess he turned on the Americans, right? On it, right? I'm turning on a fascist, not on Americans. Hope you go online after Trump. I will. I'll be online because ultimately, if Trump wins, my channel is even better because ultimately, there's going to be people, there's going to be literally thousands of people wanting to leave America. They're not going to want to be in Trump America for 4 years, right? Or even worse. So Lady Gaga, for example, always said she's going to move to Canada if Trump wins. There's going to be a massive exodus into Canada. A lot of wealth is going to go. They're not going to sit around, and let someone who is technically above the law, and Japan is really great. Here's a reason for Japan, because you don't need to watch the news. You don't need to listen to Trump. He's not in the news all the time. It's like he won't even exist. For 4 years, you can leave the country and, and not even worry about the shit that Trump does, right? Right, on that. So, Attempt. Where do you live, Attempt? You have it all figured out, huh? Giving facts, huh? No, that's called opinions. No, these are facts. Trump was found guilty. Trump was charged for raping or not charged, but there was a legal case against him. These are facts. He is a felon. That's a fact. He did steal and take our top secret. That's a fact, right? Project 2025. That's a fact. The immunity. Trump has immunity by the Supreme Court. That's a fact, right? He used to work with the mob. That's a fact. He built, when he was, his attorney was the mob's attorney, Ray Cohen. That's a fact. These are all facts. These aren't opinions. All right. There's a difference between opinions and facts. Right. Wild curveballs. Ryan, I have him muted. It's much more entertaining. He really never says anything of value, but I can watch him melt down over a dude that doesn't even know he exists. Exactly. Good for you. That, Ryan, dude, that's the most important thing you said. You can always leave this channel. You can always mute this channel. If you don't want to, have the facts, the light shone into your face, right? If you don't want the light of truth shone into your face, right? You can leave, right? Leave. Live in ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. That's what they say, right? Right. Yeah, because you're a criminal. Yeah, I'm a criminal. That's why I'm here. You have never been to the border, right? Actually, I have been to Bill. I've been to Tijuana. So yeah, I went over the border. I went to Tijuana when I was in California. I went down there, right? When was that? I went with a friend of mine, Chris Griggs, a comedian. So yeah, I have. So wrong? No, I won't. He is a great guy. He's a great guy. Why do you think Trump is great, right? Why do you think, why do people think Hitler was great, right? It's astounding. See, the cool thing is about all this is now I understand what it was like to live in Nazi Germany in 1932, right? To live in Nazi Germany in 1932 and watch smart, decent Germans all of a sudden, following Hitler and loving Hitler and saying he's a great guy and all of that, on that. And we don't have to worry about the people running Kamala run, LOA. No, you don't, JB. You don't have to worry about the people running Kamala, right? Her campaign, right? Because they're not grifters, right? They just want to fucking run. It's like having Obama. It's like having George W. It's like having Reagan back in power. It's like having any other previous president. Having Kamala is the norm. Trump is not the norm. Trump is an outlier. Trump is basically, a disaster for America on it. Incels turn into this later in life, I guess. Incels turn into this later in life, I guess. So it's all the same garbage talking points. So what? Damn right. Right, Ryan? He just regurgitates other people's thought. No, I'm just regurgitating facts. Why aren't you taking these facts in consideration? Why are you voting? What about Trump do you love? Seriously, tell me. Argue he's not, an adjudicated rapist. Argue that he's morally, you compare him to Jesus. Well, compare him to Jesus to me. Give me one quality that he has that Jesus has. One quality, right? He is the antithesis to Jesus, right? None of you, the thing is, see, none of you can defend Trump. That should be an alarm sign for you. None of you can defend him. None of you can explain why his cabinet isn't supporting him, why his vice president isn't supporting him. Why is there a fracture in the Republican Party? You don't see a fracture in the Democratic Party. You don't have Democratic voters against Harris. You go a whole channel on Republican voters against Trump. I voted for Trump. I realize now what he is. You guys could listen to Republican voters against Trump, right? Listen to what they say instead of living in this absurd fucking echo chamber. Go expand your mind. Don't just take it from me. Go listen to former people who voted for Trump. Republican voters against Trump, right? Republican voters against Trump. Go listen to that channel. There's literally 1,000 former Republican MAGA supporters all now not voting for him. The guy that tried to assassinate him voted for him. He wasn't a Democrat. That's a fact. Look it up, right? But you'll hear him say, oh, it's the Democrats that tried to kill me. No, it was his own supporter that tried to kill him. And the second time, too, was his own supporter that tried to kill him. Why? Why is former supporters trying to kill him? Because when you come out of a cult, I'm going to tell you why. When you basically have that come to Jesus moment and you realize that this son of a bitch has been lying and duping you, and you basically come out and you see, you've been living in this cloud of hate and everything else, and all of a sudden you come out and you see the world for what it is, you start listening to other people. Don't listen to me. Listen to other guys that used to vote for Trump, right? I never voted for him, right? But there's plenty of others, Republican voters against Trump. Look it up on YouTube. Just listen to the playlist and just listen to these people explain why they're not voting for Trump. And ask yourself, why are you? Why are you voting for this despicable, horrible, hateful individual? Why are you giving this guy any of your airtime? Really, seriously. That's what you need to ask yourself, right? Who cares about Gaza or Ukraine? Level it. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right there. Zing-a-zong. Zing-a-zong. Mister, you're going to be in a fucking deportation camp, right? Un-American. Zing-a-zong. Why is Zing-a-zong, right? Why are you supporting Trump, right? You're probably a bot, right? Who cares about Gaza or Ukraine? Level it, right? There you go. That's how Trump feels. There's a Trump supporter right there. Says it all. I got you to tell the truth. Exactly. Who cares about women and children, right? Who cares about them? Just kill them. You are a sick, murdering individual, hateful, full of and you are probably, you are a Nazi, like a white nationalist or something, right? For you to say a comment like that, it's hateful. And that's who you are. I don't know how you look in the mirror and live with yourself, And Trump, you'd be the first on a bus into a concentration camp if ever you came to America, right? So, you'd be the first on that bus. Not me. I'm the perfect race. Look, I'm white. He loves me. I have that German blood, right? Aryan blood in me. You can see it. You know, I had blonde hair once. I'm the Aryan. You know, my mother is from Germany. My great-grandfather was an admiral in the Second World War in the Merchant Navy, right? You know, I'm from royal blood. I would never go to a concentration. Yeah, I'm kind of the you know, but you, right? You guys, you Jesuses and you zingazongs and Tempid, all you non-Aryan white, right? You all are going to concentration camps under Trump, right? I'm just telling you how it is, right? Not me, right? I'm the chosen one, right? Compared to Trump's point of view, but you're not. You're all from, according to Trump, you're all basically from garbage patches. You're all from shithole countries. You're all, you know, if you're a black voting, your ancestors are all from a shithole country, according to Trump. You know, even his vice president. It's not me that calls him Hitler, right? It's his fucking vice president. J.D. Vance, look it up, calls him the American Hitler. You know, Graham. Listen what Graham called Trump. Listen what all these supporters, you know, all of these two-faced politicians, go back and listen to what they really think about Trump. Trump to them is just a vehicle to power, right? And you are the useful idiots who are providing them that power, right? Because you are blindly following this guy into the abyss. And all I'm here is just telling you, right? Telling you to wake the fuck up, right? Don't listen to me. Go to listen to, you know, Republican voters against Trump. Go get this. Sounds good to me. Dumb. TDS. I love this TDS. Buzzwords. Brian Buzzwords. Racist D. You're full of it. What? Go woke, go broke. God, let's see. This is great. Can't articulate an argument because I'm big, dumb. Exactly. So your argument is you can't put any argument forward. I'm just a big dumb. Okay, right? Liar. Use buzzwords. No truth, no logic. TDS. Trump isn't Hitler, dude. Yeah, he is Hitler, 1932, dude. He is Hitler, 1932. Trump is Hitler, 1932, right? Right? That's the Tourette's, I guess, saying it over again. Trump is Hitler, Trump is Hitler. 19, but I clarify, I'm not talking about 1944 Hitler. I'm 1932 Hitler. He's about to fucking take power, and you're about to empower, right? And the concentration camps are coming. How do I know the concentration camps are coming? Because how are you going to remove 10 to 15 million immigrants? Where are you going to put them? What are you going to do with them? Where are you going to send them? You're going to have to put them in camps first, moron. Dude, if you fucking just used your head instead of being so fucking stupid, right? If Trump is removing 10 to 15 million immigrants, where are they going? Someone answer me that in chat. Someone answer me, where are they going? They're going in concentration camps, right? And when you're rounding up that many people, you don't think innocent, actual Americans are going to get round up too? Wouldn't it be just, oh, yeah, you know, send Zula, send Diana, oh, Dana, right? You kind of you don't look white. You don't look like this dude. You don't look Aryan, right? Yeah, you ain't Aryan. Nah, you're immigrant. But I'm American. You're lying. You're lying. Off the concentration camp, right? Jesus, all you Hispanics, all you black people. No. You're really from Nigeria. You're really Haitian, dude. You're not American. So all of the homeless people will get picked up. All the undesirables. You'll just have this white Aryan nation. That's what Trump wants. That's what Stephen Miller wants. That's what Bannon wants, right? The Proud Boys, that's what they want. An Aryan nation. He is Hitler. And all you useful idiots voting for him, supporting him, right, are too dumb to realize, you know, the threat against you, your family, extended family. Not me. I'm that beautiful Aryan. Look at that beautiful fucking Aryan, right? That German Aryan blood, right? But not you. You are a mulatto. You are, Hispanic. Your ancestors are from shithole countries, according to Trump, right? You're from a garbage patch, whether you're Puerto Rican and everything else, okay? From Trump's point of view, from their point of view, you are a degenerate, okay? I'm just telling you how it is. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, right? From, Zingazong. Here's Zingazong. Zingazong, you're the first to go to concentration camp, right? Lino, you'll never get in America, Lino, right? You can defend Trump all you want. You'll never get in. Trump will never let you in. You're from a degenerate country compared from him, right? You're from a shithole country. Doesn't want you in, right? Tank, you too, Tank. You are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. You're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. I'm trying to basically smack it out of you, right? Smack, 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 right? Did you love Tucker Carlson saying, Daddy's coming to town and you're a naughty girl and you're going to get a vigorous spanking. You're getting a vigorous spanking. Daddy's going to vigorously spank you. Tucker Carlson said that at your fucking rally. Oh my God. Do you think he has some daughter issues? Like he wants to spank his daughter? I want to really spank, right? Did you hear Tucker Carlson do that fucking bit? Dude, you guys are weird. You guys are fucking weird. Fucking pedophilia just oozing out of Tucker Carlson. Trump wanting, saying, hey, if it wasn't my daughter, I would date her. Implying that he wants to have sex with his daughter, raping a 13-year-old with Epstein, right? Dude. Rose, dude, tell me how he is. Tell me how he is. What's up, Rise? Rise above below. Interesting name. Zager Smith wrote, say whatever you need to convince yourself, buddy, because you have all of us lost. Exactly. Go listen to Republican voters against Trump, right? Maybe that'll help you. Well, never said any racist. Well, he never said any racist things. Dude, he said plenty of racist things. He talked about, wanting to execute the Parkway 5. That's racism. When that car smacked into non-Antifa, just people walking down the fucking street, when that racist ran his Mustang, killing that woman and injuring a whole bunch, right? He was like, oh, there's great people. There's good people on both sides. Now, there isn't good people on the racist side, right? The people those aren't good people, right? There's no good people. There's plenty of proof that he's a racist. Blazed space. FJB. I don't know what that means, Dana. Are you leaving America when Trump wins? Sweet more for all of us. I left 20 years ago there, Charlie, I left. I'm in Japan. Moved to Japan, right? Hashtag move to Japan. I'm already here. I'm here to help people make the transition. If you're a liberal like myself, if you're not a maggot, right? I think of MAGA as maggots. You guys are maggots. You consume the red meat of Trump. You believe like everything he says. You're not, and you spew out this toxic juices, right? That's what maggots, they spew out this that digests the red meat and eat it. So, I want, all non-maggots are welcome to Japan. I'm enjoying myself talking to you maggots, right? I'm a vermin. I'm eating you maggots, right? Eating your maggots. That's what I'm doing, right? He's not. All right, see, okay, he's not. I don't know what that means, Rise. You're a liberal. You are a literal joke. You tell me how he is, Jack. I'm a little joke. Yeah, you're here listening to this clown. Welcome, all right? But don't listen to me. Republican voters against Trump. Go listen to a bunch of voters that voted for him. Ask yourself, why did, a former supporter try to blow his head off, right? That says it all. Why did another former supporter try to blow, shoot him on a golf course? Why are his supporters trying to kill him? That's what you should be asking yourself. Blacks for Limo. Shithole countries for Trump. It's amazing that minorities are any minorities. Now understand, Trump can't win, right? It's highly unlikely unless he steals it, as I mentioned before. The way he's going to steal it, and they were trying to issue those laws in Georgia to delay the count, because if they don't get all the votes in, ultimately they can argue, take to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court can give him the presidency. That's the game plan. It's really simple. They're trying to hold up the election so it goes to the Supreme Court like it did with Trump versus Gore. This is the game plan, right? It's fucking obvious. And then the Supreme Court gives them the presidency. All right? It ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work, right? Talk about there will be a fucking revolution if the Supreme Court does that, right? You don't think fucking Democrats have guns? You don't think they're going to fucking go? They're not going to take it. If the Supreme Court tries to do an Al Gore 2.0, all shit is going to be set loose in America. I'll fucking know that's going to happen, right? So that's their plan. They think the Democrats going to sit back. They're not. People will not accept that, right? And you will see literally millions of Americans. You think Black Lives Matter was bad? If you see Trump trying to steal the election that way, using the Supreme Court, oh boy, there will be a fucking second revolution, right? You're quite obviously unstable as fuck. I know, Ryan. That's unstable. I'm having a lot of fun though, right? Trump isn't unstable. Here's a guy who can't say he's sorry. Here's a guy who basically is a sexual predator, right? Here's a guy who basically lies and grifts, right? And you're calling me unstable and you're supporting this guy? You need to look in the mirror, right? TDS, Trump derangement. I know, hey, Space, I know you have Trump derangement syndrome, right? I know you have it. You don't have to confess it to me, buddy. I know you have it. Don't need to confess it to me, Blaze, all right? I know you have it. Can you tell us how he is? You got Trump derangement syndrome, how he is, right? Can you tell us how he is? You got Trump derangement syndrome. Not sure what you're trying to say. If you're saying, how did I get it, right? Anyone saying Trump derangement syndrome has Trump derangement syndrome. Anyone who cannot look at Trump objectively, right? Anyone who cannot look at Trump objectively has Trump derangement syndrome. You're deranged. You're incapable of actually looking, at that. That's a derangement, right? On that. Can you give us any examples of him being any of those things? I've been doing that, Diz, right? You can look at my videos in the past, right, on it. But what specifically? That he's a racist? That he's a fascist? That he's a serial sex predator? What is it? That he's a grifter? Which of it? That he's a liar? That basically he's the antithesis of Jesus? Which of the things do you want me to kind of outline? Because I've outlined all those things, and none of you can push back to any of that, right? So I know you're just joining. Thank you, DJJJS, right? All these things. Already left the great America. The coward already left great America. Yeah, to amazing Japan. I have a wife, I have kids, I have a fucking amazing life, right? Amazing country, free from GMO food, right? But I'm an American, and I'm going to do my bit here every day out here on my soapbox, kind of like the crazy guy in Times Square, out there, like all the religious guys shouting out God and Jesus and all that. I'm just, putting out the angel sending out the alarm call. Alarm, 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 right? So that way, there's plenty of evidence when Trump becomes Hitler in 1944. You can go back to my videos and say, God, this guy was right. Fuck, what did I do? I have family members who have been killed, have been kicked out, and, America is now in massive depression, and, it's militarized, and the once free great America is gone, and now it's kind of Russia 2.0, and we've got the Trump, family as a kind of a monarchy running America with the Steve Bannons and all these other people, right? What's up, Ryan? I appreciate Ryan. Hey, Ryan, shout out. Hey, man, appreciate you sitting here and taking it. You're taking it like a man, Ryan. Appreciate it. Examples of what? What examples do you want there, right? What examples? Give us a couple examples of what? Specifically, which one, right? That what? What do you want examples of? I'll be glad to give you examples. You bet 2G on Harris. Yep, I did. $2,000 on Harris. Because unlike you, I'll put my money where I'm at. Have you bet on Trump? Do you know? Yeah. Have you bet on Trump? I'll put my money where my mouth is. Okay, all right. I feel that comfortable because you understand. See, I don't believe Trump can win. Number one, he doesn't have the female vote. There's more women than men in America. Number two, he doesn't have the black vote, right? And number three, he doesn't have now the Hispanic vote. 1, 2, 3. He can't win, right? He can't win. So his only chance of winning there, Blaze, is for him to like pass all that stupid Georgia stuff, which got overturned. So the whole reason for the hand counting, everything else, so there's discrepancy. So they can look, there's discrepancy. These numbers are off. Dude, you're counting 1 million ballots by hand? Are you fucking retarded? Of course there's going to be discrepancy. We're not, you know, we're built for fucking peeling bananas off trees, not counting, right? That's something a machine does a lot better on that. Joe, Rena, here's hoping you lose. Well, I hope, I mean, you know, if I lose, then it's really bad on you. Because if Trump becomes president, there goes your democracy. You got military in the streets. You have military shooting protesters. You have the loss of Ukraine. You have the loss of Gaza. You know, it's going to be a horrible world. NATO, pulling out of NATO. All of a sudden, you're giving Russia authority to go into and take back all of Europe. Dude, it's going to be a fucking nightmare if Trump wins. You know, so yeah, all right? You're going to lose. I don't see how I lose. I see it's a good bet. Her, you know, she was down at 34. She's back to 38 now in Polybark. As it gets closer and closer, you know, PA is looking like it's going to be hers, right? PA is looking really good. Trump and Ukrainians are crying about PA now, Pennsylvania. So that's going to be the first one. Georgia, listen to the elections guy, Secretary of State, Raffensperger, and the other guy with the big glasses, right? They held a press conference yesterday talking about Georgia. And just listen to how they're talking about Georgia. Georgia has had the highest turnout in the history of American elections. 3 million Americans have come out. These aren't Trump supporters, dude. These are Harris supporters. These are people coming out. They're motivated by women saying, you know, right to abortion, no to Trump. We do not want another 4 years of COVID and all the other bullshit, right? You know, you forget how disastrous Trump's administration was. It was utterly disastrous. He wanted to create lists. He had the Muslim ban. You know, he didn't build hardly anything of the wall. He had plenty of time to react to COVID, which was a complete disaster. So many Americans died. And see, I think that's another thing people aren't considering. Dude, you lost so many voters. Most of the voters that died during COVID were your guys, right? You lost so many voters during COVID because you wouldn't wear masks. So you're down by 600,000 voters, probably, right? So I think me voting on Harris, the odds are so good. I had to take it, dude. I had to throw a little Bitcoin at Harris, you know? I mean, my house, I sold my father's house. It's gone up 7 times, right? From 2019 when I sold it till, you know, today. So can you tell me precisely, can you tell me he was perfectly sculpted by propaganda. Dude, he's such a flawed person. You just have to look at him. He's not perfectly sculpted by propaganda. He read Mein Kampf, and he has talent. He does have media talent. And if you listen to his rallies, he's constantly saying the things over and over. He has you brainwashed. Enemy of the people, the media, everything else. Listen to his rallies. He's brainwashes you. He says it over and over and over and over. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. I'm your guy. I'm your savior. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Right? And you've listened to that, and then you've got his Fox News bullshit. A media company that had to pay $780 million for lying to the American people. Right? That's who you trust. A media company that had to pay $780 million. That's a fact, right? For lying about Dominion voting. And OME, another station you listen to, had to pay out all these, for lying. So we don't gamble since we are Christian. Trump isn't a Christian, buddy. Zing-a-zong. 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 Trump isn't Christian. Trump doesn't have any qualities of a Christian. Name one quality Trump has of a Christian. Name one quality. He doesn't have any. So Trump is the anti-Jesus. He's the antithesis to Jesus. He is so unlike Jesus, and you compare him. He calls himself the chosen one, right? And if you're a Christian and you don't believe in climate change, and all this destruction happened to his people, then God sent, the storms. Why did God send the storms to destroy MAGA land, right? Why did God do that? I mean, again, I don't believe this. I'm just saying this. I'm doing your rationale. Well, maybe God did it because you're creating idols. Remember what God did with Moses, with idols, to cast down the block when Moses came down. You're the same. Right? You're the same individuals creating idols. You're putting his face on a coin. You're creating statues. You're putting his face on the flag. You're creating idols. You think God wants you to create idols, right? So as a Christian, God is punishing you. Wake up, right? Wake up. You're following the Antichrist, the antithesis to Jesus Christ. All right. If you look at the characteristics of the Antichrist, Trump fits every single one. He fits every single characteristic of the Antichrist. And he was prophesized, and here he is, and here you're following him. And I'm here trying to say, wake up. Stop following the Antichrist. If you're a Christian, I'm speaking to you as a Christian, right? Wake up. Go read your Bible. Go research Antichrist. Then look at Trump, adultery, multiple times, not once. He never apologizes. He never prays for forgiveness. He never talks to God, right? He can't even quote Bible passages. He can't even tell you what's his favorite Bible because he doesn't read the Bible. The guy is pure evil, right? America is great, right? America is great. And that's why I'm able to make this, do this podcast to talk to you. America is great. I'm an American. My father fought in all four walls. He was in all four walls. He was in the Second World War. He was in the Korean War, the Vietnam War. He was in the war, right, with Russia. They call that that's considered a war. I can't think of what they call it, right? But it's considered a war, fighting Russia. Oh, fuck, I can't think of what it's called. Which they finally defeated in 1988, 899 with the collapse of the Soviet Union, right? It was a war. We were fighting them. We were building, we were doing military, we were fighting wars on other places against them, the Contras and everything else. We were fighting proxy wars and everything else, say, right? Because he has no independent thoughts, all his thoughts, right? Hold on, oh man, I lost it. No one done more for Israel. Exactly. You're right. Israel. You're right. Trump is never, and he's going to do more. Bibi wants him in power. right? You can look at my other videos. I have my ID in my other videos there. Limo F. Give me your ID. Give me your ID then. What's your ID? Show me, tell me your ID. Who are you? Where do you live? Okay, like whatever their side does, Trump did it. Right? It's not as great as it used to be, right? It will be great again. When was it great? So when was America great? Right? So make America great again. When was America great? See, Lino, you can't even answer that. When was America great? Right? Trump ran into Make America Great Again. So that was what he ran in 2016. When was America great? Right? That's why we're making great. When was it great? Apparently this dude just immigrated since 20. No, I've been here for 20 years. I came here in 2004. And I didn't immigrate here. I'm still an American. I'm married to a Japanese national. I'm not American, guys. Did Joe Biden quit the presidency? No, he didn't quit the presidency. All right. So he's not running again. The thing is, I voted for Biden with the understanding he was one term. We all voted for him as an independent. So I'm one of the guys, I'm one of the millions that voted for Biden that gave him the election. There's millions of me out there, who we don't traditionally vote. We don't really believe in politics, but we came out and voted for Biden, right? Since then, I've actually turned and became a Democrat, right? Yes, give it to me, coward. Oh man, I got Limo. Limo, where are you from? I know cleaning out the garbage means cleaning out illegals, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do with 15 million? You're not from America, but where would you put the 15 million illegals, right? Where would you put them? Why don't focus on driving rather than being a snowflake? Great comment. Because I'm sitting in my car, my family. Actually, my wife may have gone. All right. I was going to go for a walk, but it was raining. All right. Maybe I'll go for a walk. I think it may have stopped raining. No, it's still raining. I was going to go for a walk and hoping the rain would stop. So I'm sitting in the car waiting for the rain to stop. He stepped down for Kamala. Smart move, regardless how it makes you feel. No alien is illegal. No alien. Love to see your face when he wins. I will be live during the election. I'm going to be live every day. So Lima, you can see my face every day. I am going live every day like this, talking about Trump, going live every day. And I'm going to be live every day. I'm promoting this channel. We went to 500. I just launched this channel to 500 members now, so I appreciate all you subscribers. I appreciate the likes, and I'm going to be spending my time arguing. If Trump wins, it'll be great because I'll have all this content. Oh my God, look at Trump. Look what he's doing. Look at you fools who voted for him. So even if he wins, I'm going to keep making streams because I'm going to be showcasing all the craziness, especially when your family members get round up in concentration camps, right? And you start whining and you come to me and say, oh my God, why did I listen to Undowdu? I'm Undowdu. You can Google Undowdu, Zemo. Google me. Undowdu. Undowdu. You can Google me. I'm pretty prolific. Google Undowdu. You can go to undowdu.com. You can read my books. Undowdu.com. Read my books. All right? If you're on LinkedIn, type in Undowdu on LinkedIn. You'll find my profile. Are you on LinkedIn, Limo? On there? So you will see my face. No. It's quite the opposite. The country is more important than the Democratic Party. The country is more important. You don't care if America loses its democracy. If you're voting for Trump, you're saying because Trump wants to overturn our democracy. He wants to have, he wants the military state. He wants to use the military to enforce laws. He wants the military to shoot protesters in the legs, right? He wants to bring the military and fight. All his generals, when he wanted to do that, right, threatened to resign, and they stopped him. There's not now being a general second time around. So you're in Japan, good, stay there. Yeah, free. Why screw up Japan like that? I've been here 20 years. I'm looking, there is immigration shortfall here because we don't have an immigration problem. The moment you solve your immigration problem and you cut off the border, guess what? You stop, all your costs goes up, your GDP goes down, everything goes up, right? Because you don't have the workers, right? And you have all these problems. Japan is in a population decline. And by 2030, 2050, they're dropping from 120 million people down to 80 million. So there's a lot of very, very cheap housing here. You can buy a house. I have a little house I bought for $3,000, right? They're called IKEA. You can look them up, AKIA, IKEA house. There is over 10 million. The problem is most IKEA houses aren't on the IKEA bank. You can look up IKEA bank and actually peruse and see how cheap these places are. But those are picked through and everything else, right? The real gems are for people like me finding, with my real estate partner, finding you amazing property that you can buy as an investor, maybe as a safeguard. Let's say you want to get out from America for a while. Maybe you want to own land and a house, right? Because you can't afford it in America. You afford it here in Japan. And, my goal with this channel is to help make the transition to moving to Japan. I didn't have someone like me to help me, who understands the visa, who's lived there for 20 years, who's willing to help. Because I would love to help like-minded, someone who hates Trump, someone who just cannot live and be in a country under Trump for 4 years. You're the person I'm really reaching out to, right? So if my channel rings and resonates, the people who are giving me the thumbs up, right? The 11 people give me the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys, right? So I'm not interested in helping maggots. The maggots can stay in America, and if Trump wins, you can become part of his cesspool, because Trump is going to kill America just as Nero burnt Rome. Trump is doing that, right? And if you vote for him, I'm like, you know what, live it. But you know what? If you want a life without fear of school violence, if you want a life with people which are caring and loving and giving, right? If you want to be in a country that has amazing health care, I had to get an MRI because I herniated my back. It cost me $130 for an MRI, right? I didn't have to wait. I went in there. It's not like Canadian, because the problem we have in the States and Canada is you have all obesity. Japanese people don't abuse the medical system here. So you can go in, get the care. Care includes dental, right? I wish America had all of the qualities of Japan. Cheap, affordable housing, good schools, amazing health care, right? Cheap drugs, not corporations running away, greeting and bleeding individuals, right? I wish America was more like Japan. I wish, the divorce rate in Japan is really low because people stick through it. In America, you have one little upset, let's divorce. 80% of marriages break up into divorce, right? It's ridiculous, Look at what happens when you get married to an American woman. She blows up and becomes a massive blimp. I blew up and became a massive blimp to my wife. I apologize, right? But I love food, on that. So I love Japan, right? But I'm an American. I love America too. I love our democracy. And, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try to alert you to what you're putting in in these last few days, right? Every day streaming, trying to alert you to the reality and the danger that Trump represents, the existential. You understand when I say existential threat? Existential threat means basically the greatest threat possible. Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. He's an existential threat to Ukraine's independence. He's an existential threat to Gaza's, right, and to Palestine's autonomy, right? He's an existential threat because if he gets in power, he's in bed with Putin. Putin, all of a sudden goes in. Zelensky becomes, goes to jail or whatever. Ukraine is lost. For all that energy, all that fight, Ukraine is lost. Same thing with Palestine. He moved, he's in bed with Bibi. He will just say, hey, give me a bunch of the real estate on Gaza, on there, okay? I would like to know, hold on, I would like to know about some, oh shit, I lost it. Accusing him of that. They do. He isn't a real man. Oh, Limo, you have to understand, I'm a gamer, dude. I grew up with trolls, right? You know what a gamer is? I'm an old school gamer. So back before there was this chat here, we had IRC. And in IRC, so I grew up with trolls. I'm trolling you. You don't even realize, you think you're trolling me, but I'm just trolling you back. You're so dumb. You're sitting here letting me troll you, right? Bro, you're too old to... All right, Thomas, if I could give, I wish you could give points for individuals, right? I'd give you a fucking love. I'd give you love for that comment, bro. You're too old to vote. I love that. Yeah. And that's a good one. Yeah. Deport. Yay. Deport camps. Thank you so much. Absolutely appreciate your moving the fuck out of America. Me too, man. Me too. I'm so glad I moved in 2004, and now I'm in a position to help other people move to Japan. If Trump should take power, I hope my channel is going to take off. I hope my Patreon, you can join my Patreon for those who want to support and appreciate my time here trolling the maggots, the Trump maggots, right? The vermin, trolling the maggots, right? Because I'm a vermin compared to, I'm the vermin, right? Trump calls me the vermin, the people against him, right? So I can call you maggots, right? He is doing what I suppose to be done. Yeah, I guess you're talking about Trump. Trump is doing what needs to be done. No, he's not. Yes, but only shitty ones. Yes, exactly. Zing zong. All right, stop being nice and accept reality. Haiti is awful. Says the guy from the shithole country. Where are you from, Zingazong? Zingazong, put your flag down. Where are you from? Haiti is a GTA lobby, right? You guys, all your racism is just coming out in flying colors right now. Dude, you're just showing us the kind of despicable, individuals that you are. Racist, supremacist, that right word, misogynist, right? Individuals, right? You're just showing yourselves. Yay. Supreme Court wins. Delusional old fart. I like that comment. Delusional old fart. That's a good one. All right. Thanks, Lima. Lima, where are you from, dude? Put your flags. Tell me where you're from. Again, I'm not American, but if I am, I would vote for Trump 100%. This guy is going to save you. Trump is going to stop the war in Ukraine, too. What do you mean he's going to stop the war? He's going to give Ukraine over to the Russians. So obviously maybe you're a Russian guy. Are you a Russian guy? Trump's going to make you crap your pants after he fixes this place. Freedom for all. Dude, Trump is already crapping his pants. Remember, you guys wear diapers with real men wear diapers. Are you wearing a diaper today, Freedom? Freedom for all? Not in Biden America. And Biden is not going to be American. He is delusional. This sack of mess is talking about I don't know what that's what's about. He's something. Big mouth. I don't lock my car or doors. I live in a pro Second Amendment area and fuck around and find out is the law. Great structural there. Okay. Yeah. Where do you live there, Freedom? Where do you live? What state are you in? I'm curious. What state are you in? Okay. You're going strong. What's up, Crypto? How you doing, man? Like and subscribe. Look, we got 3. We're getting up there. I've been reading off this hate-filled tweets. We got crypto in the house. XRP. XRP is a great investment. Crypto tell you all about it, right? On it. See, that's what I'm getting at. These type of people just don't care about America. I love America. This is why I'm doing it. I wish America had the agricultural system, no GMO food. Do you like GMO food? Do you like high fructose corn syrup? Do you like eating that shit? All the processed foods and everything else? America imports so many. They can make these foods with non-fructose corn syrup, right? Because they can't use it in Japan. So they're making it. They're making these products, but these products aren't available to you. Why? Why can't you not get, all right, America. Hold on. I think I'm being DDoSed. I'll change my IP. It looked like I was getting DDoSed. Someone's like, idiot. Limo. How much time have you spent here, Limo? Limo, again, where are you from? I want to know where you're from, Limo. Yeah, you should care about your country. You shouldn't just move to Asia like that. Don't you have family in America? I do, but they're Trump supporters, so I don't talk to them anymore. Right? I have a sister and a brother, right? And I stopped talking to them. No point talking to people who are, family members who are basically brainwashed by Trump. Okay, I'll talk to you guys. You guys are fun. But, when it's family members, it's hurtful to see family members so, beguiled by Trump. I want nothing to do with him. So I just don't talk to him. He's a traitor, scammer, maggot. No, you guys are the maggot. You guys are stealing you can't steal my term. MAGA, maggot. You can't steal my term there, Zula. Scammer. Valid point. The fact you had to run away from America, I didn't have to run away. I made the choice, right? 2004, back when Bush Jr., right? So this lunatic is still going, laugh my ass off. Fix the house. You run from problems. Fix a house. You run from problems. Okay, it's a stream, bud. They do that sometimes. Nothing against you, bro. You just got politics all wrong. How have I got politics all wrong? Explain that to me, right? I wish you guys would explain. I wish you guys would present and argue your case for Trump. None of you have argued your case for Trump, right? You're incapable of arguing. All you do is, yeah, you're a scammer. Oh, you're a liar. Oh, you're this, right? Right? What am I saying that is so wrong? What am I saying that, that you disagree with, right? Present your case. Yes, you do. Freedom for all. You guys suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. It's pretty sad. And I'm trying to medicate you and trying to get you guys off of your derangement syndrome, right? By exposing it. That's the whole point. I'm here is to help you with your Trump derangement. You're deranged, right? And it's so funny. Like anytime something, happens with, with Trump, all of a sudden you turn it on the other person, right? So all of a sudden, when we were using Trump derangement syndrome as a describer for you, all of a sudden you guys adopt it. now to use it as a describer for us, right? We call you Nazis. All of a sudden you turn around and call us Nazis. And we call you fascists. All of a sudden you turn around and call us fascists, right? So you're incapable of not, right, of basically having your own, creative thoughts. You're just constantly using what we send to you, right? Use as a describer, reflect back to us, which is pretty sad, right? That's a core aspect of your Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, those were my fences. I worked for that co-op and built the fences. That was fun. That was a couple of years ago. It's glad to see them up. Spoiler, you don't ball rice. They harvest the rice and then they bale the cuttings. They do, because you do bale. After you harvest the rice, there's the stalks of rice, right? You run a baler over it and you can bale the rice, and then you can feed that to livestock. So again, Ryan, you're talking about shit you don't know. All right. Let's see here. Ha ha ha. You think you are. Let's see. Bum bum bum. He just stepped into the house and independently started cooking. Yeah, I have to cook for my family. I do all the cooking for my family at night. He needs to be medicated or take the yeah, I do. I probably need to be medicated. Beta male. Fruit. Oh my God. Peak masculine male right here, fellas. Tell your wife to make food, right? See, that's different. I love cooking, right? My wife, I bring her drink. I serve her, right? Undo with a smile and laugh. Notice I'm always laughing and smiling at your comments. Your comments don't affect me. I think they're funny. Dow, you help. I'm trying to help you to realize, right? Dow, I'm trying to help you realize how deluded and deranged you are in supporting Trump. And I serve my family. I drive my son to school. I pick him up, whatever they need. I serve my wife when she comes home after a long day work, making sure she has her drink so she can relax. That's her hobby, is drinking, watching her golf, right? I'm there I serve him. And then I'm here, helping you. Let's see, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what that means too. He's the wife. That's right. Right? Yeah, my wife wears the pants in the family. I'm the wife. Yeah. I basically took care of my kids. I raised my kids. My wife worked. I stayed at home, right? I don't need to work, right? That's my choice. I do projects that I want to work on. You can Google undo, learn all about me, right? Right? Learn undo. That's who I am. I make documentaries for Animal Planet, Discovery, Nat Geo, and I have a new documentary coming out on Disney Plus called Bee's Life. So you can watch Bee's Life, and the episode on the giant hornets is my work. So I live, I can game all day. I live the life you can only dream at, right? I live that perfect life in the heartland of Zen, doing what I want to do, saying what I want to say, and if I can game all day, I can do whatever, right? I was just in Dubai, either this year or last year. I went to Dubai for an education conference. I got a award, so yeah, I don't work for anyone. I'm not a slave to anyone. I'm free, right? And I want everyone to be free. I want everyone to have my life, okay? I don't want you. I can't spell good. It's okay. It's all right, buddy. I'd move up a shirt size That's not flattering. I know, Ryan. I need to. I need to lose weight, right? So you're right. You're right, Ryan. You got me there. I'm a fat fuck, right? Look at my big old belly. But black is good. I need to move it up. I actually have a larger. These are actually on it, so I do need to move up. But this is we'll do a little set. This is the mind zodiac right here. This is the fifth age, right? The fifth age, the foundation of the fifth age. This image was created over 3,000 years ago. It depicts me. That's me right there. There's Undaudu. He's sitting on blocks. These blocks he's building the fifth age on the blocks, which is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's going to unravel fiat. Dao, out of his head, you see this bandana coming around that wraps around. That's the programmable blockchain. Each one of these little dots is a blockchain, right? These are programmable blockchains. They're all managed by the do, the true unconscious, which is AI. Un, Dao, do. Un, Dao, do. Dao. All right, it doesn't like it when I move my phone down there. There must be a dead spot when I move my phone down on my shirt. So fruit, thanks, right? Cooked nose, fruit. Peak of masculine male right there, fellas. All right, hold on, I got to scroll down. I already did this, all right? All right, freedom for he's a grifter. Not at all a threat to making our country a shithole. He's a grifter. Living in a foreign country is the best thing for him. Yeah. Thanks, freedom, right? Like the Second Amendment, your claim to the Second Amendment. Let me just talk about that for a second. It's a bunch of bullshit, right? Do you even know what the Second Amendment reads? Right? The Second Amendment does not give everyone a right to bear arms. You understand that, freedom, right? But you're too moronic, right? You're too moronic to understand. You can't even read, right? You can't even read the Second Amendment to understand what it actually says, right? The main and I'm going to help you, right? I'm going to help you with it, freedom, okay? Because you're moronic, so let me help you with it, all right? So a well-regulated militia, that is the topic of the whole Second, right, Amendment, a well-regulated militia. Individuals are not a well-regulated militia. The closest thing to a well-regulated militia is the National Guard. So the only individuals who have a right to bear arms are National Guard members, right? If you could read and understand written English, it's plain and clear, right? The Second Amendment does not give everyone the right to bear arms. But you're too retarded to understand that. But that's okay, freedom, right? Freedom for all. Freedom for all, you don't want freedom for all. You want oppression for all. You're a white supremacist. You are literally a fascist with your guns, and you basically want to kick out anyone who isn't white like you, right? You're probably a white SOB, right? On that for you. So anyway, all right, Bill. All right, yuck. You're such a joke. Trump for the win. Trump's going to lose. Again, I'm going to remind you guys, Trump's going to lose. He's going to lose because of the following. Number one, he doesn't have the women's vote. So when he loses, just remember what I tell you. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the women's vote. The majority of women are a majority of the United States. Not only that, they're very active in politics. The suffrage movement, the environmental movement, the anti-war movement. These were all driven by what? Women. You've alienated the women, right? Right? Someone's trying to DDoS me, dude. All right? I know my connection and stuff. Right? I know my connection and stuff on that. So I just changed my IP, right? So 1, 2, 3. Women's vote, black vote, Hispanic vote. Trump can't win. The only way Trump wins is by cheating and lying. That's the only way he wins. That's it. So ultimately, don't cry when he loses, and remember that. Doesn't mean crap. Oh my God, you guys are, you can't put any evidence, right? You can't put any evidence. Let's see if it stopped raining. I want to go for a walk. All right. Sounds so bad. Go for a walk. Oh. So, look at this here. Let's see here. There's a river. I got a river next to me. Go for a little walk here. Ah. Look at that river. A nice river. What the hell? All right. I'm walking in the dark, checking out, trying to work off my my fat stomach here. So I appreciate, listen, I want to appreciate, let's talk about Japan a little bit, you know, and do a little break here. This move to Japan this show comes to you by Move to Japan. And it's a country where you can get houses for as little as $5,000, right? And there's over 10 million houses available in Japan, right? 10 million. I'm trying to how I can light myself. How like this. Look at this. There you go. How's that? That looks good on there. Got a t-shirt. It's kind of a good look there. So I've been here 20 years, and if Trump takes power, right, there's gonna be lots of Americans that are gonna want to get out, and I want to help them move to Japan, get some cheap property, whether it's an investment property, you know, and help you get your visa, so you can, you know, you can follow, you know, my videos, the Patreon page that I'm launching is basically, it's a way for me to determine, it's kind of like to keep the maggots out, right? So the idea is that we'll actually have events on our Patreon page. If you want to come to Japan, if you have more specific questions and details about moving here that you want me to answer, we'll have them in those sessions. They won't be my anti-rant. You know, my whole point here is to basically push back on Trump, push back on all these Trump deranged individuals who think that a pedophile, a womanizer, a serial rapist, you know, someone who grifts should be president of the United States, someone who steals our national secrets, you know, that this is the kind of person we need as a president, right? And every day I'm going to be, you know, reminding people who this shithead, right, who this shit called Trump is, and why you should not be voting for him. And if you happen to be a minority, if you happen to be a black person, you know, here's a guy that wants to deport you and your extended family, even if you are actually an American, you know, just like, you know, you have to go back to Hitler 1932. The Jews that supported Hitler back in 1932, oh no, he's not going to, you know, if I support him, he's not going to put me in a concentration camp. If I support him, he's not going to put my family and extended family into a concentration camp. In 1932, Jews supporting Hitler thought that. Just like you guys supporting Trump think that. You think that by you supporting him, voting for him, somehow that's going to protect you from his concentration camps, right? And you're like, well, where are the concentration camps? Well, where aren't the concentration camps? When he says he's going to deport 10 million, 15 million immigrants, right? You're going to have to build concentration camps, morons, right? It's a matter of fucking fact. So it's going to be your extended family, right? Any undesirables, right? Americans who they want to get rid of, they're going to throw them and lose them in these concentration camps. And they're going to have so many people in them, just like they had them for the Japanese during the Second World War. They're going to build these concentration camps and stick not only illegal immigrants, but actual Americans in them. And you'll be lost. And, you know, and we know because history rhymes. And just as, and it starts off with just holding, next thing you know, there's executions, there's death, there's everything else. And next thing you know, we have Hitler 1944. And instead of Hitler 1944, it's Trump, right? Trump 2028. Trump 2028. The guy's not even going to live. You understand? The guy only has 800 days. He only has 2 years of life in him, statistically, right? His sister was older. She died at 80. He's going to die before his sister's age. He's going to die in the next couple years. So he's not even going to make it through his presidency, right? So, yeah. Anyway. So I'm just here, just, you know, I'm just being the fucking bellwether. I'm just shouting it out, saying, listen, guys, you're being completely moronic, supporting this, you know, this pedophile, serial fucking sex offender, grifter, selling his $100,000 watches, selling his Chinese Bibles, selling his Chinese sneakers, right? You think any of this shit's made in America? And all you guys are, oh, pro-America, this and that. And you're buying his fucking bullshit NFTs, you know, his stock in his country. If Trump loses, watch his stock fucking go to zero on it. You know, his stock is, again, you know, his stock is just a way for external money to come in. His $100,000 watch is just a way for him to get external money in, right? From Saudi Arabia and from Russia and other things. They're just mechanisms for campaign finance violations. You know, that's the reality of what's going on with Trump. And you guys are just so fucking gullible. You're so fucking stupid not to see what he is doing and what he's going to do to America. So personally, you know, doesn't bother me. I'm already in Japan, right? You know, you're the ones gonna suffer from it, not me. You are going to suffer from it. I'm just, saying, hey, it's going to happen. So when it does happen, you can go back to my live videos here and holy shit, that fucking clown, right, from Japan told us it's going to unravel just the way he said it, right? So, and by the way, right, this is me 3,000 years ago. And guess what? This could well be Trump with his arms up. You see the guy with his arms up right there? That's you know, crypto. The crypto president, Donald Trump. If he does become president, It was prophesized right here. Here he is, right there. Right, this guy right here. That's Donald Trump on the Mind Zodiac. With his hand up when he did that whole fist in the air, right? That's that image, isn't it? On the Mind Zodiac, 3,000 years ago, prophesized. So, whether, so maybe he's going to make it. Maybe he's going to be president, right? And maybe I'll be out $2,000 voting on him, right? But that will be on you. If you guys vote in this guy, then you deserve every bit of fucking bullshit he levies down on you guys. You deserve it. You deserve all the shit that he's going to bring to America. Just as Hitler destroyed Germany, Trump will destroy America with the help of Putin, America's greatest enemy. Trump is a patsy for Putin. Putin wants revenge on America, and he's using Trump as his patsy to enact revenge. That is what's going on, right? And you guys with Trump derangement syndrome, you keep saying Trump derangement syndrome, right? Syndrome. You guys have Trump derangement syndrome. You cannot see Trump for what he is, just like the Jews that supported Hitler could not see Hitler for what he was. But the good news is, history rhymes. History rhymes, and it's rhyming all over again. The Christian nationalist from the 1930s is here. They have taken over the Supreme Court. They have given their candidate supreme powers to do whatever. It's all been orchestrated. It's all unfolding. And I got out early. And ultimately, if you believe like I do, and you see this shit unfolding like I do, I know some of you do, right? Then there is a way out. It's called Japan. Move to Japan. Japan wants you, right? And I want to help you get here. Come here. Enjoy the GMO-free food, right? No GMO in our food. The abundance of clean water, the abundance of housing, the advancements of AI. So, Japan is this perfect place for anyone wanting to escape Trump derangement syndrome, right? All these deranged motherfuckers backing, a horrific individual, someone who raped a 13-year-old, okay? Someone who sexually attacks multiple women, someone who put in horrific people in the Supreme Court, like fucking Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. These individuals, who lied on their confirmation, who said that they wouldn't overturn Roe, and they went ahead and did it. A right that, is pretty much has been a right for women's, and they overturned it. Now causing the death and harm of mothers, of wives, causing them to die. Infant mortality is up. Everything, right? All because of a minority group that has basically taken America and bought their way with their dirty, dark money. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. And if Trump is reelected, I hope, everything that I see happening very clearly doesn't happen. I really hope so. But who wants to gamble on it? Wouldn't it be better just not to gamble on it? Just not to put him into power, right? And put in someone that is harmless like Kamala, right? Someone who wants to, wants to be a president for all Americans, not one who just wants to be a president for those that kiss his fucking ass, right? One that doesn't call half of Americans vermin, right? Who, whose comedians don't call places like Puerto Rico a garbage patch. Garbage, Why would you want to put someone in there? Someone that won't cause the destruction of Ukraine, people who have a right to self-determination and rule, someone who is going to bend over and do whatever Putin wants him to do. Why would you want to even risk that? So anyway, that is the reality. And, and all you can do, all you guys, all you maggots, maggots, you MAGA maggots, all you MAGA maggots can do is go Trump 2024, or I'm a liar, or bullshit. You cannot present any argument that counters what I've been telling you, that outlines Trump as a racist, that outlines Trump as a fascist, that outlines Trump as Hitler in 1932, So, anyway, all you can do is try to troll the daddy of trolls. You think by putting dumbass comments in my feed, like it really fucking matters, that it affects me at all? Oh my God. So I appreciate everyone who has followed my channel, and consider subscribing to our Patreon. Just go to movetojapan.info. You can subscribe. Also, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn just by searching for Undaudu. You can reach out to me. There's extensive work. Google Undaudu. You can see all about me. I've been in Japan a long time. I have 2 other YouTube channels, but this channel is just on moving to Japan and about life here, and also about trolling dumbasses, trolling dumbass Trump supporters who suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, right? That's what I'm doing here. I enjoy trolling, and it's astounding that you guys sit around, okay, and take it. You guys come to this channel and let me troll you, and all you can do is type. All you can fucking do is type your nonsense, and you cannot present one modicum of cognitive thought in defense of your dear leader, right? Not one at all. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna call it. There's Clayton, right, on that, voting for president. Here you go. Let's see. I'm not voting for a spiritual leader. Well, there's Insidious. Hey, Insidious. I'm making a moderator. Yeah, anyone who has reason. Grandpa. It's up Luke Carpenter, Grandpa. Luke Carp. Lord, Trump isn't the norm. That's the point. He's not the one who lied to us into wars. Lord, Kalinus Dracos. So, Trump did far worse than wars. Trump, right? Trump is the reason what happened in Afghanistan. He created a shitty deal with the Taliban and left it for Biden to execute. So, and Trump was in Afghanistan. So your argument that Trump didn't bring us into wars is fucking bullshit. There's plenty of evidence of him, in Syria and other places where he was involved in, in wars. So, but that's not the main issue. The main issue is character. The guy has no moral character. The guy grifts, as I said before. The guy grifts, he's a grifter. He sells Bibles, he sells sneakers, he sells watches. That's who you want as president there, Lord? You want that as president? He calls himself the chosen one. He's literally the antithesis to Jesus, right? Otherwise, the Antichrist, right? The antithesis to Jesus. He doesn't possess one quality of Jesus, and you guys say he does, right? He, he stole our national security secrets and then did not want to give them back. So it goes on and on and on. I mean, your whole point, about Trump not putting us into wars is such bullshit. Trump will cause the collapse of Ukraine. He will cause the collapse of Palestine, right? And he will cause the collapse of America if he's reelected. That's, without a doubt. He's going to turn every federal employee, 50,000 of them, into at will. They're going to replace all these employees with basically stooges. They don't care about their ability. They just want their loyalty. He will use the military against the American people. He will arrest Americans under the guise of national security. He will create concentration camps. And he will cause great harm to he will basically ruin our institutions on that. So that's what's going to unfold if Trump is reelected. He wasn't prepared the first time around. There were adults in the room first time around. This second time around, he's going to destroy America. So if given that option, who would you rather have? The person who destroys America or the person who doesn't destroy America? Which would you choose? Obviously the latter. So why even risk it? Why even risk it with Trump? Why give him even the chance to ultimately cause such harm to America, the greatest democracy ever? He's said that he wants to do away with it, right? Why would he even go that? And not only that, here's a guy who violates all morality. He cheated on both pregnant wives. He raped a 13-year-old, or so that was claimed, right? He's said it out loud. He just grabs women. He just sexually assaults women. He stole our national security secrets, right? The guy is Hitler in 1932. Why give him a chance to be Hitler in 1944? Why even give him the fucking chance? Save America. Don't vote for him. Right? It's so stupid. You lack comprehension. How do I lack comprehension? Where's the comprehension I lack? The fact that he has an agenda called Project 2025, written by his former employees that are going to be working with him again. How is there comprehension there? He's laid it out what he's going to do. He has talked about using the military. He's talked about arresting the enemy within. Where is the lack of comprehension there? Right, Josh? Where's like you guys can say nothing, right? You guys can say absolutely nothing. Right? You're saying nothing. I'm just scrolling through. All you're doing is saying Trump 2024 or not conflating. James Cramble, come on, bro. Chill, man. Wake up. Wake up from what? What do I need to wake up, Josh? All right, Josh. Give me an argument why you should vote for Trump. Look at this guy, Dr. J. Trump is our Lord and Savior. Trump is your Lord and Savior. He's some divine Messiah. This is how unhinged you maggots are, right? You're fucking unhinged. You think Trump, the guy who raped a 13-year-old, the guy who fucking sexually assaults women, the guy who cheated on his wives, the guy who constantly grifts you is some sort of Lord and Savior, the guy who self-prophesies that he's the chosen one. Wake the fuck up. You guys are just deranged. This is where Trump derangement syndrome comes from. You guys are fucking deranged. Get out of your cult. Right? Nothing. Jesus is the way, the truth is life, Teresa. You've been on before on my channel, right? Give me any comparison that even Trump compares to Jesus, right? I've made a very strong, compelling case that Trump is the anti-Jesus, right? Otherwise, the Antichrist. He's the antithesis. He's the opposite of Jesus. He possesses not even one quality of Jesus. Nothing. Yeah. He will ban condoms. He's going to ban porn. Bye-bye your porn. Bye-bye your... You're going to have, the thing is, what you don't understand is Trump has a roadmap. Russia was a fledgling democracy, and Putin nipped it in the bud on it. Yeah. Carlos, Carlos, you're Hispanic, right? I'm guessing you're Hispanic, Carlos. So you're voting for Trump, correct? When Trump rounds up your extended family, when he puts your extended family in concentration camps, remember my words. Remember the guy that said he was going to do that, because he is going to do that. You, with your Carlos and your Rodriguez and your Jesus last names, in Trump's mind, you're not American. I'm American, right? I have the Aryan blood, right? I am the American that he wants in America, not you. If you're an immigrant, he doesn't want you, right? You're from a shithole country, according to Trump, right? If you're black, he doesn't want you. Your ancestors are also from shithole countries, right? He wants you're a product of rapists, of criminals, and everything else. If you're a minority and you're supporting Trump, you are so fucking moronic, right? You are delusional to think. It's the same thing with the Jews that supported Hitler in 1932, right? 1933. Jews supported Hitler, right? You understand that, right? You are the same thing. As a minority, if you're Arabic, if you're from Palestine, if you are African American, and if you're supporting this Nazi, then you deserve everything that's going to come down to you should he win, right? I'm going to laugh when he puts your extended family into concentration camps. I'm going to laugh when he causes you harm for being the ignorant individual who voted for him, when I and other people have been telling you, do not support this Nazi. Do not support this fascist, because all he wants to do is harm you and your extended family, right? And you can call me by names and everything else, but you know what? I'll have the last laugh. So two options are going to happen. One, I'm right. He won't get reelected because he doesn't have the women's vote. He doesn't have the black vote, and he doesn't now have the Hispanic vote. He can't win. But he may pull, right? He may pull an Al Gore, right? He's going to pull an Al Gore. They were trying to pull an Al Gore. The whole point of the whole Georgia hand counting stuff is to pull an Al Gore. He wants to basically make it where the votes can't get counted, goes to Supreme Court makes him president. That's their game plan. It's so fucking obvious, right? Watch it unfold. This is what he's going to try to do, right? But I believe that there's going to be so many people out there, right? You look at what's Georgia, you look at what's Pennsylvania. There's the masses of Americans are going to come out and voting against him because they don't want Trump again. They just don't want him, right? They don't want him. And hopefully it's a big enough margin that you guys are going to be left with, how did Kamala get 80 million votes? You guys are going to be scratching your head. How did she get 80 million votes? Because she ain't Trump. There is a massive uprising against tyranny, against a fascist, massive uprising, and that fascist is Trump. So that's one side. Now, let's say he does win. Somehow, by hook and by crook, the Supreme Court gives him the election. You're gonna see a massive upsurge in protests in America, right? It may even lead to violence and everything else. So if the Supreme Court steals the election on behalf of Trump and gives it to him, you're going to see a breakdown of American society, right? Million illegals and legals. He said he would deport the Haitians, which are legally here. He said that. So that's when your family, Carlos, is going to get wrapped up. Some cousin is going to get picked up, because understand, when you're deporting millions of Americans, you remember when Black Lives Matter, the van was pulling up and they're just snatching people off the street? Remember that with Black Lives Matter? Think of that times 1,000, right? Buses going around and seeing your brown ass, right? Your cousin's brown ass, 14-year-old, 15-year-old on the side of the street, and they're going to roll up on your cousin's brown ass, throw him in a fucking bus, and you'll be like, where did he go? He got picked up. He's in a camp. Which camp? There's 1,000 camps. Which one's that? You won't be able to find your cousin, right? Same thing with your black brothers or your cousins. This is going to happen to you. And I want you to think of me laughing and smiling at your dumb ass for voting for fucking Trump when your cousins get picked up off the street because they're not white like me, buddy. Because I'm Aryan. My mother's from Germany. I've got the pure blood. Your blood is dirty blood, according to Trump, right? You got that nasty, dark blood. You're brown. You're a black. You're a mulatto, right? Your shit deserves to be in a concentration camp, according to Trump. But here you are, like the Jews who supported Hitler. You're supporting this fucking racist, fascist, right? You're supporting him, not realizing that he's going to fucking throw your ass in a concentration camp. You are so fucking stupid, right? You are fucking stupid. You can't help stupid. And you are stupid. If you are a minority and you are voting for Trump, then you deserve fucking everything that comes down to you as a result of him getting elected. I'm going to say that again. Your extended family getting picked up on the side of the street, 14, 15, they don't have ID, they're in a fucking bus. That bus is taking them to a fucking concentration camp for being deported. These guys don't care. They don't care whether they have a black or brown, right? If you don't look like me, if you don't look fucking Aryan, if you don't look white, you are shit out of fucking luck, right? That's what's going to happen to you, brother. That's what's going to happen to you under Trump. And all these white supremacists, all these KKK guys that are supporting Trump, right, are laughing at your ignorant asses for fucking voting. They're snickering. Look at this fucking Hispanic. He's voting for, yeah, buddy. Yeah, we got your back. Look at this black guy, right? This N guy. Like, look at this N. Look at this N voting, right? And they're fucking laughing at you, Carlos, right? All you minorities in this chat supporting Trump, going crazy right now because I'm fucking telling you the truth, right? And you're so fucking unhinged at me telling the truth. And remember, when your extended family gets picked up because you voted for Trump, and by hook and by crook, he becomes president, and your extended family ends up in a concentration camp, remember my words.